private equity, but he's low-key private equity.
Testicles. That's a first word that goes into
Genius. Private
know.
equity sucks.
Like
Use me instead.
incubator, like
Yeah.
American Operator's the name of the pod. It's sick though.
Sounds
like,
cool.
Yeah.
Was he like a special forces?
Forget like what he was in the military, but he's like
High speed.
Yeah, high speed. Yeah, but like
Did something
also calm.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
most of those guys are.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
They're not
absolutely.
like loud as fuck. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, super calm.
yeah. A good dude. He introduced me to another guy that owns a roofing company. And Dripping Springs is like really good connection.
Cool.
All right,
Awesome.
perfect.
Well, another episode of Austin Business Connection, the ABC podcast. Our guest, James Wolfgang Kuntz.
Let's go.
Sick name, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like practicing before I got here. I was like, don't mess it up. Cool. Yeah. So really, like we were saying, no script, no rhyme, no reason. We're all actually fairly new entrepreneurs in this room, and a lot of it's just kind of like the round table of bouncing ideas off of each other, trying to learn from each other, and maybe help some people learn through what our struggles and what our successes have been, avoid the struggles, and hopefully just stick to the successes. But I think there's a lot more struggles than success in this game, as y'all know.
100%.
Yep.
I actually wanted, it's a great conversation to talk about. I have been feeling, you know how it's like you get kicked in the nuts 98% of the time, and 2% you feel like you're the greatest entrepreneur that's ever existed.
Then it's right back to the 98.
Yeah, and so my wins used to carry me a lot longer. Like, it used to feel way better, and now like it's just like a win, just like it's not.
The bar's rising.
Yeah.
It's rising so fast, but I'm like, why is the joy taken away from this journey? Have y'all encountered that?
Yeah.
Definitely so. I think, it's I've read a book, a while back when I was in the software space called Addicted to the Process, right? And so that was when I was back in just as a sales rep, right? But it was like, hey, enjoy like actually like making the calls and like building those relationships and all of that kind of stuff. And now it's like a problem comes, but I'm like, okay, hey, I'm going to grow because of me working through this problem. And so now it's less for me about like the outcome, but there was a time where like I was just stuck in the mud of like all these problems, and it's like, oh, this thing went wrong. And actually the way I look at it now is like, hey, now is an opportunity for like, hey, the thing didn't go according to plan. It's construction, right? For most of us here, it's not always going to go perfect. Something's going to happen, right? We might break something, whatever, but it's like, how do we respond? It's actually a greater opportunity to build a relationship with that partner or that client than if everything just went according to plan. Because that's the real differentiator, right? It's like, how do you respond when something does go wrong? And it's like that additional insurance policy of them working with someone like us as opposed to like the public contractor, right? But yeah, I used to get stuck in the, the lows, right? And I mean, that's what it is, right? It's like you're at this like almost like negative plateau for a longer time, and then you win.
Ironically, it's like it's almost like a high. Like, because like I'm not. I think I like the term stuck. Well, let me highlight one thing.
Yeah.
I love that it's easier to make a good impression on kind of a negative outcome than it is if it just went like really smooth.
Yeah, I haven't thought of that.
Because that's because it's true. I've had a couple instances where like things didn't go well, and it's almost like they expect an argument or a conflict, and it's just like, yeah, we'll just fix it. We'll take care of it. I already ordered it. We should be done Tuesday. Matter of fact, I'm going to knock off 5%. I'm so sorry for your inconvenience. And they're just like, what?
Like you probably just got 3 more referrals, and then hey, I have 5 commercial properties that I didn't tell you about.
A lot of that is
I'm
just
gonna
like
start breaking stuff.
I don't know how that happened.
it's probably just like I'm never going to call another glass guy, roofer, or lighting because like I just know they're going to take care of it no matter what.
I think it just makes them remember us better because that happened with a lot of our partners who are big companies.
Yeah.
They call us back because something happened. We just fixed it. We didn't call them and told them, hey, this is going on. We just told them, hey, this happened and it's fixed now.
We call them with solutions. That's the whole thing. Yeah. No one likes to be like, now what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like you
Get ahead of
don't just like identify the problem, be like, hey, here's the problem, and then here are 2 ways that we can fix it. And most of the time, it's like, hey, here's our suggested way. Like, we're gonna just, hey, this happened, we already took care of it, or this happened, we're gonna take care of it today or tomorrow, right? That's
right.
There was
mindset.
Something else that you just said that it correlates way more because it's weird. I don't feel like I'm at a low because like we're we've been on a
doing
winning
well, right?
streak,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel like I'm winning,
Yeah.
which is super weird.
Mhm.
Like all the numbers and metrics suggest that we're kicking ass.
Yeah.
But like I don't.
I feel that same thing, dude.
Yeah.
I
do too.
Yeah.
I think because early on, growth happens very fast, and so like you're like addicted. It's almost like when you lose weight. When you in the first month you lose 10 pounds, and you're like, yeah, this is awesome, and then it's like
all water weight.
then it's like
Yeah.
1 pound a month after that, and like it's
Right.
not as
I think it's like a drug when winning's in your system so much. It's like you build a tolerance to
Yep.
Mhm.
it, right?
Yeah,
I
it's-
say I'm
yeah.
winning, bro, but it's like my winning, like to someone else that's maybe just started the game, they're like, holy crap, that guy's kicking ass. To me, I'm like, it's standard.
The bar got just higher, and
Yeah.
we're looking at like, oh, we want to get there, but we're here, and we
Mhm.
see that it's possible. So we're like, now we have to get there faster.
Yeah.
how short like a big win lasts now. Like I recently
Mhm.
had like one of my best days. I just had my best month. Like
Yeah.
like blown
Congrats,
out the
man.
freaking like
Awesome.
I'll just share the numbers because I like numbers. So like
Yeah.
I did a couple. So like January was the first year I broke 100. So I did like
Yep.
104, and I was like, fuck yeah.
That's great.
And then like Feb and March not so much, and then I did like 112, then I did 118, and last month I did 200. So it was like
Dude,
a
yeah.
big jump.
Yeah.
And
Double.
I thought it was going to feel so good, and I was just like, how do I do this every month?
Yeah. How do
like
I do
it's-
300? Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like
It just like
Yeah.
like nothing's like
It kind of crept up on us. It just all of a sudden we were like, fuck, we're at our goal. I didn't even realize. And then we'll have a month that's a little slower, and then the next month will be like triple that. We're like, how'd that happen?
Yep.
And we're just kind of like, I don't know, but we still feel the same.
it never feels. Here's a good question: when do you feel like you're winning?
Yeah.
Like what things happen? What is like? And I'll follow with y'all guys too, because like I'm almost struggling in that personally. It's like I'm winning, but I don't feel like it.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, a lot of it is like if my team's winning, that gives me more satisfaction than if like I close a big deal. So I took like almost a year back from sales. It was working more on the business, and I realized to improve the processes and all that, I needed to be a little bit like closer to the sun on it. So I jumped back in. But really, it's like when the team starts executing a play that we've been kind of training on for a while, right? And they start to see the vision, right? Of like, hey, they don't have to reinvent the wheel, but now they're doing this new play, this more relationship-focused play that's going to feed them for 5 years, right? It's like these partnerships that like compound over time. You're building upon something instead of like the traditional model in roofing, right? Which is like go knock on doors. You can always like out hustle, but you're probably going to do about the same amount as last year, as opposed to you build like 50 referral partners this year, and then you have 50 more the next year. Now you have 100, assuming you didn't churn any of those because you took care of every client. Key phrase, right? Take care of every client, right? It's not that hard, but like it is for some, and you have to have that same level of like urgency. But like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of stream of consciousness there, but it's really just seeing the team win and then executing a new play. It's the good conversations, right? That don't necessarily lead to a transaction, but it's like another relationship. And it's like this week has been a good one of those weeks of building some new relationships and finally like showing people who we truly are. And we kind of actually started doing that by offering some free repairs. We were like, hey, we just want to show you how we move.
Yeah.
And I gave my team full autonomy. Hey, if y'all need to give out a free repair, we have a repair technician that can go knock it out and handle the communication, not bog you down. Well, let's start working with some more top realtors. We already work with a lot, but it's like we're not working with as many as I think we want. And I don't want myself to hold all those relationships. I want my team to. Right? I want to empower them, and it's more about them than it is me or the company's goals. Because we take care of the people. Now we can actually build a company worth owning, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually, we don't want to have to like, we don't have to exit. We don't have to sell. It's not a means to an end. It's like, hey, we built something that it's like, hey, now we have the power. So if we do want to exit or whatever later, it's like, hell, I don't need the money. It's like, you know, we can just.
I
we
like
have
what
the
you
power
said,
and
man.
leverage.
Like leading your team to success. It's like,
Yeah.
show me how strong you are as a leader to lift others up.
Yep.
Right? I mean, that's what it's all about, I think.
And it's not calling people out, it's calling them up, right? And that's the biggest
go.
thing is
Yeah.
like, I've always been micromanaged or this, even though I was 200 to 800% of my number, right? It was always a unit, right? And a piece to the puzzle. And it's like, Did you ever feel like that when you were like the employee, like you had all these ideas and no one would implement them, right? And it's like
That's why I started my business.
I think that's why we're here.
yeah, that's why we're here.
That's what pushed us.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not. You didn't just start the company for you guys, right? You started because you wanted to create an environment for other people to win and not be seen as just a number. Now,
I was a little
step
selfish.
one is do the work, right?
Yeah.
And then if you're doing the work, then I'll listen to anything you got to say. But if you're not doing the work and you sold one deal in the last 6 months,
Right.
I'm probably not going to take your advice.
I'm probably not.
But the guy, my highest closer, who's like, I think we could do this,
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
If I don't
Show
have
me.
any reason on
Yeah.
not to,
For me, it started selfishly. I'm not gonna lie. Like I
Yeah.
got what the E-Myth, the book calls the entrepreneurial seizure. I was like, I don't want to be here. I'm taken for granted, and I have all these great ideas that are being wasted. And I was like, that's what pushed me to start. Is that
Sure.
fire under my ass. So I will admit, I was selfish. I think you said the same thing.
yeah, I wanted to be
Part of
rich.
it is.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I want to be
I don't think
rich.
there's anything wrong with
I
that.
want to start
There's nothing wrong with it.
But I realized that wasn't the mindset needed to become rich.
That's right. That's
But I
right.
started it to become rich, and like
But you
it-
pivoted, right?
quickly.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, actually, if I help other people make money, then by default I will make money.
Mhm.
So instead of
Mhm.
like trying to like squeeze the
Yeah.
the ounce out of everyone to make the most money for me, I was like, actually, if I give you like a really good rate and a good value and good communication, you'll want to keep using me, and then
Yeah.
you'll tell everyone about me,
Mhm.
and then everybody will want to use me. And I'll help because builders and remodelers are my main customer. So if I make my price point where you can make money too and not have to worry about anything, like I make money, making you money easy.
Yeah.
Do that to everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
by default you'll make money.
Well, you read it in like all these different books. Zig Ziglar says that there's several authors of all these like self-help books we've read, right? Of like you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want.
Right.
And really what that is, it's just an abundance mentality mindset. But so many people are stuck in scarcity
Mhm.
because that is the way that the world kind of works right now. But once you start acting with that and almost like vibrating at that frequency, not to get all woo-woo, right?
Yeah.
But it's like the stuff starts coming to you. Those people,
Mhm.
you're like a magnet at that point, right? And then you start entering these rooms with people that have a similar mindset. And when you're around givers and not takers,
Mhm.
it's a totally different vibe. And that's where I was talking about like earlier, right? Is like all these different referral partners is like, hey, I want to help you. And then they actually like refer me to like twice as many people. And I'm like, all right, shit, now I got to help him like, twice as much, right? It's like, but it's like a fun game to play because I know that he's not going to drop the ball or she, right? And same thing with you guys is like, you feel confident referring someone. It also actually makes you look better. It's not why I do it, but
Right.
like,
Oh, it makes you
Right.
look like everybody wants to be the I got a guy.
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
Like so I used to party a lot, like big party guy.
used to.
Call them out.
So, if I think of it in that life, it was super cool to have the connections at all the
Yeah.
spots, right? Like
Yeah.
you were cool,
Right.
but it's way cooler when you monetize it.
Yeah.
So like still being that same person
Exactly.
and I'm helping solve your problem
100%.
while making my friend money. Like
Yeah.
everybody wins.
That's a way bigger.
So you're playing the
flex.
same
Way.
game but in a different level.
I talk about it all the time. I was like, I used to know all the people like who pulled strings in the clubs. Now I know the people that own the clubs.
Yeah.
Or more
Yeah.
own the real estate.
Yeah.
The people that own the block. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the reality. And it's like you start vibrating and moving different and you get in different rooms. It was the same game, just like at different scales and different levels. And you've got to experience going out to California with Henry's sister and all them. And so to be frank, the room that I was in, the average net worth, take me and a couple of small people out, average net worth in that room was probably 300 million. Easy.
Where was this?
We got to go to Southern California and hang around
Oh shit.
some
When was that?
pretty
Big baller.
And where
We
was
were
that?
at
Wayne Gretzky's
Wayne
old
Gretzky's
house.
old house.
Yeah.
it's-
I don't want to name drop too many people, but yeah.
Was
So,
that this year?
Last
was
Oh,
it?
la-
I went
25.
last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I expect an invite.
What was super cool is so a lot of people like think of like super rich people being like assholes and takers and like
Yeah.
I stepped on everyone's neck to give. and they were the most giving, the most kind, the
That's
most
because wealthy people are villainized in this world for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a select few kind of
Sure.
destroy the image, but why is that? You know?
Those people were like the nicest, and they're like,
Yeah,
dude, give me a
that's
call
crazy.
anytime you want. And
Yep.
but they're on such a different level. Like, I don't want to cash that phone call in now. Like, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
100%.
Give me his number.
he's
I'll
like, give
cash
me
it
a
in.
call, I'll help you out. And I'm like,
What can I do to help you? Right?
Yeah.
It's
I'll
like,
cash it in on your behalf.
Yeah.
So Stefan said,
Stefan said I could call. Stefan gave me your number. Stefan and James gave me your number.
yeah, and James.
you don't want to cash it in. You want to be very like
Yeah.
explicit with like what your ask is, because like I don't know. I feel like we've all been there where we're like kind of just like wasting their time and
Right.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
What is it that I do truly want? What's that one piece of advice that is going to change the game for me? And like we were at that the Rams game, and like on the field, and there was a guy that owned a $100+ million home service business, and he had just gotten into roofing. He gave me like one nugget that if we do decide to exit in the future, that will save probably 20% on a transaction,
Nice.
right? QSBS with a C Corp, you have to have it for 5 years. And then I mentioned that to someone else who exited their company, and they said, hey, you might have some flex with 3. And I was like, okay, well, if I didn't learn that from him
Mm-hmm.
and then have the conversation with someone else, like I would have never known that, right? And so it's kind of just being curious, but also just ask, right? Steve Jobs, like just ask, and people will help you. And if they don't, then
Well, they told you to move to someone else.
well, then
yeah.
maybe they are that like rich
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
So well, go ahead.
I was going to say, people love talking about themselves too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I
Assume
was,
there's a sign
curious.
that says "Make me feel important" around their neck.
Yeah.
and I was just like, dude, what'd you do? Are you talking? Gosh, I forgot the name of his company. I know exactly who you're talking about though.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, that.
In Yeho Valley.
Are y'all familiar with Tommy Mello?
Sounds
Okay.
familiar.
Yeah, A1 Garage.
Yeah.
Oh
Big,
yeah,
big
he's
guy.
fucking huge. Yeah.
Oh, he's the home service goat
yeah.
of.
I've seen his videos on YouTube.
I'd arguably say he's probably the top home service
kinda
guy in the
buff dude,
country.
right?
Yeah, largest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's and for like
$500 million.
fixing garages.
Yeah.
Like not like a very.
From the
A boring
springs
business.
They
A
use,
boring business.
Yeah, like
So,
super cool.
anyways, he was telling me like how vertically integrated he was and doing all this. And I was like, man, it kind of reminds me of Tommy. He's like, I played golf with Tommy last week. He owes me money. I beat him. I was like, sick. You're like
Damn.
golfing with like
yeah.
I mean, like they're meeting with Hormozy and sitting down with him and
Right,
stuff.
right.
I mean, she, Tiffany, I think like was meeting with Alex Hormozy. She was on the cover of Forbes.
Mm.
Yeah, sick.
These people like just
Crazy.
different level. But
They move
Tommy
different.
Mello's interesting, right? He took care of his people, and when he like flipped that switch, because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I've read,
I've listened to every one of his podcasts and both his books.
Yeah, it's incredible, and he gives his team phantom equity or different forms of equity. And what happens is like now they have ownership. So now they're not just doing their role, right? They're actually like helping the people around them. It just like changes the game. They have this sense of pride, and all of his companies exploded as soon as he started doing that.
So he empowered him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
I'm
empowered.
trying so hard how to figure out because like, so
Feel the cortisol.
What?
Dripping.
well, so I had all my guys on salary, and I gave them a healthy salary because like construction slows down in the winter.
Yep.
And I was like, hey guys, I'm probably going to win in the summer, and y'all are going to win in the winter, and that's just how this game's. I did not know that was illegal, and they could all sue me for that.
With salary?
Yeah, you can't salary blue collar guys. It's illegal, and they can sue you immediately, and they will 100% win. There has to be
Well,
no
they
proof.
W-2 or 1099?
They were W-2, and they were also.
Huh.
And I had a new guy kind of join the team, and he was like, "Hey, this is illegal." He didn't tell me. He
He
told
told one of your guys.
and my manager, who's like, dude, my rock. He's like my rock, man.
Yeah.
He's the backbone of the company, absolutely. And he's like, man, Joe's been whispering all this stuff in my ear. I go to my COO, ChatGPT, start Googling. And yeah, no, absolutely. And I was like, well, how can they prove it? And it was basically like, they don't need proof. I actually
Damn.
had friends that just got sued and they filed bankruptcy because everyone on their team sued them.
Oh,
and they won.
Wow.
Holy shit.
And the lawyer did a pro bono just because like the state protects the it was like
Right, yeah.
a rule written back in like when they were building railroads.
Yeah.
Like
Same with us. We have the issue. Well, not issue, but we just have to be careful of like, are you classified correctly, 1099 or you W-2,
Yeah.
because you can get really screwed that way
misclassification
too.
could Really.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. If they're, well, we already know the rules. You know, if they're
Yep.
wearing your stuff, they're driving your vehicles. If they're following your schedules, they're W-2. And we're in an at-will state, so you don't have to keep them at a certain amount of hours. People are scared of W-2, but actually it protects you and the company
I love
more.
W2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like telling, it's easy to tell the customers. Actually, I want to talk to you about that, how your guys are structured.
Yep.
But I want my guys to have skin in the game because I want my glass guys to be the highest paid glass guys in Austin.
Yeah.
If they're performing.
There's a pride in that.
So imagine other companies being like, man, how do I get over there? How do the other guys would be like, man, how do I get over there? How do I get over there? And then it just recruits the best labor.
That's why there's no turnover at our company, because we pay the highest in the industry. Our lowest paid guy is like $33 an hour if you broke it down.
Plus bonuses.
Our guys are paid pretty well.
Amazing.
Yep.
But I want skin in the game. I had it salary set up.
Yeah.
I feel like hourly rewards laziness.
Yeah.
So like
that's
that,
why we're not hourly.
It can't be the move.
Per project is a lot
Percentages.
of percentage. Yeah.
That's the way
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
You know Dan Dowdy, right? Dan Dowdy, built for the trades. He's a business coach.
Yeah.
with strong plumbing
the
background.
cigars. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been working with him and his team, and I'm going to hope that they could help me come up, like look over my numbers and
With
be
the
like, what
model.
makes sense?
Yeah.
I want my guys to get paid.
100%. And we're doing that right now with the CFO consultant. We're thinking about working with another consultant that did 20 million in virtual sales and then came into like a platform. So we're big on like the education piece and like learning from other people's mistakes, right? Because we spent a lot of money last year on the kind of sales.
That's
and
why we
marketing,
have
right?
you here.
Right? Like trying, like we want to learn from each other so that
A lot
we
of money
don't
on
each
what?
have to just sales and just trying new
Everything?
stuff, throwing
Okay.
stuff at the wall. So what's interesting is normally once you break 5 million, right, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go and try all this other stuff. I was like strategically, I'm gonna do this like my first full year in business, because now we can focus on EBITDA improvements, right? And just like running a leaner operation. But I wanted to learn as much as possible in that year period. So which was interesting when I interviewed other company owners, is like they hadn't tried all these things. So I was like, yeah, shit, I'm gonna try it. Right? I
Just
can't
try
really
and
learn
error.
from their mistakes,
Yeah.
right? Like
That's exactly
we should have
what I'm
probably
doing.
stayed in like better touch, right? On all the shit we were trying.
It's
that wasn't working.
Different
and
sales
the marketing
approaches.
agencies that were full of
Uh,
crap, right? Like
There's a lot of those. SEO.
Yeah, I could tell you a bunch.
SEOs
Let
are
me know.
goddamn-
Like,
they keep it
We'll
enigmatic
keep the names
too.
offline,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah, Jimmy. No, I'm kidding.
We can blur it out. Yeah, look at
Some-
the camera and say it.
Sometimes they block us. Because
If
we're
Jimmy
better
could
than
hear
them.
you right now, what would
Yeah.
you tell him?
We've had issues with that too. Like, I don't want to touch too much on like Google ads,
Yeah.
like people claiming all this stuff, and they keep it real enigmatic. Like, only I know how. And it's like, really though?
Well,
Because I can chat
no,
GPT this.
empower me.
We
yeah.
we lucked out.
Yeah.
We lucked out on Google Ads.
Yeah, because the guy.
We
I know the guy you're
we
talking
super
about. Mark?
lucked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he told me, because I was marketing him to everyone. I was like, this guy changed my freaking life. He
Yep.
actually just exited. Yeah,
No shit.
yeah, he's chilling in the Bay right now for a couple months. He's like, but you can still call me.
What?
I was like, you
so
guys-
who's doing
you-
your,
you
your
got-
shit now?
Or
Or you just moving it?
no, the new owners called me. I'm staying.
Oh, okay.
All the team is in place. Just the owner's gone. So like,
Oh, you set it up right there.
yeah. I mean, until I see a dip, we're still good. But yeah. So he as long as that phone's still ringing, we're all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he just exited. So I got
That's
lucky in
awesome.
that, and he said that he's like, you hit a grand slam every time you go up to bat. You're not going to hit a grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the stars aligned and it worked for you. I've had I say terrible luck in meta ads.
Oh yeah.
I've spent bukus.
I already know what you're thinking.
Yeah,
well,
what'd you
no, we haven't gotten a Google lead in 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, probably 2 years. Anyway,
I feel like
Does
you.
Facebook
It actually-
work for
I
you?
feel like you could crush it
Meta
because it's a
sometimes, yeah.
niche.
yeah,
You like.
we're gonna put some more dollars into it and see how it goes.
You
But it
should call
forced
Mark.
us.
Call my guy.
It
Yeah.
forced us to like totally change how we operate.
Is
though.
it local service or PPC?
But I do both.
Both.
Yeah.
What,
So,
convert, what,
there's
what's
no
the
local
lower
service.
customer acquisition cost?
Oh, SEO, dude. Local SEO.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cheap. It's so cheap.
For the map pack or for the website SEO?
Both was
Yeah.
cheap
Yeah.
because like
top 3?
there
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of.
Well, there's not like a 3,000
Monthly?
shower glass.
There's
like,
no LSA for
Oh,
our industry
okay.
though.
We're in different conversations.
Sure.
You're competing with a lot of
But it's
equity.
But it's still like
Oh, yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of dumbass roofers, dude. that
Yeah.
don't
The bar's
like
low
you,
there
yeah.
too.
But, like-
I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah.
I'm not, but like, so like, there's a lot of cash in roofing. So like
it's saturated for a reason.
Yeah, because there's a lot of so you have to pay a shitload of money for PPC. Like y'all's PPC is like 50 bands a month to be competitive, right? I'm sure you've looked into it.
Well, you got all these private equity backed roofing companies in the market that will literally pay, and then they're pricing the roofs for like what your cost is, just like kind of box people out of the market. It's pretty wild to see what's going on. But what's interesting too is it's not necessarily that they have better material pricing, because I know, because we negotiate like very, very well on that side, and I came from one of the largest re-roofing platforms. It's the weirdest strategy that I've seen in a while, but their budget is unlimited, and that's how they acquire customers. So it's like, how do you compete? And it's like relationships.
Creative.
They can never take the network.
That's
or the
what we did.
relationships,
That's
whether
what we
you
did. I cold called for like a year straight with Apollo IO. I don't know if you've used that.
You called me.
Gets a decision maker. Did I call you?
Yeah, you made it.
Oh no, I got you on an email. I got him on an email sequence. Sick. And I was like, oh, I know James. I was like, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. We talked for a minute, but that was an email sequence. But I called, and we built all these relationships because we had to pivot because our Google was trash.
Yeah, because we only had Google.
We were doing well on Google, and then we got kicked off for 2 months. That's what it was, because we moved and offices,
after that
we
was
had this big issue.
Oh,
that's what spurred it.
So good news is y'all could like y'all have the potential to turn on a flood switch, because you have such a
we stay busy.
You probably don't have a lot of competitors. Like
there's no local service ads for what we do. It's not on Google. No. I've tried it. So we're very niche. So it's our strength and a weakness. It could be, but
So like I'm in the niche market as well. Like if you look up like
very true
shower doors, I mean I have like 3 to 5 competitors. You know what I mean?
But you're doing it different than everyone else. It's like we're trying to do. Yeah.
Well, James nailed it, and it's the same reason why I don't think there's competition, because of relationship.
Yep.
Like I could give my competitors my Rolodex and be like, call them.
Yeah,
I went to their quinceañera, bro. Like, call them. Like, good luck. Yeah,
no shit.
I'll give you their numbers.
Yeah.
But like, I was at the barbecue.
Yeah.
We're playing in a different game, and I've got a different mindset, and I'm not. I don't know. People at the top collaborate, and people at the bottom compete, dude. And it's like it's so true. And when you don't have this mindset, they're not gonna connect. Like I had a top realtor, right, come to me. It was like 2 days ago, right, and they were like, "Hey, we've got a leak. I know we've been kind of chatting a little bit." And she had like their roofer guy or whatever that they were using, and had some connectivity through a friend. And basically, I'm not gonna give up too much information, but that roofer like gave her cash right after the job was done, but it was all about the money. It's like, when is this going to go through, right? When are we going to get paid? And was not about the relationship. So she got the ick, right? And guess who she called when the next leak happened, right? She called me, and I was like, hey, I'm going to do this one for free. She was like, I can't believe you just like offered that. Like, please bill my seller, right? But like, I'll let you know when I need the favor. And I was like, no, it's for free.
Yeah.
It's for free. Like,
that's powerful.
But also let me know when you need the favor too, because that's what it's about. I'm not looking to make a ton of money off of like a repair. No, I'm looking to build a relationship. But it's crazy.
Way
it's
more
like
important.
People with the wrong mindset, they come in, they have this Rolodex. They're like, we're going to like take over Tarrytown Roofing, right? And then it's like they make their first call and then they misstep, right? And there's no chance that they have, because these people that play at the high level don't want an envelope full of cash. They want you to take care of their client and make them look good. Like they're in the business of building houses, right? And custom homes, or selling or buying real estate, right? So it's like, help them get what they want, but also trust your gut and be attuned to what they want and ask the questions, right? Like, what are you looking to do? Well, a realtor's probably looking to sell some fucking houses.
that is like my quickest way to be able to judge someone's mindset. And like, I don't know if this is weird, but I imagine y'all are in the same boat. Like when people are like, hey man, if you sell any of this, like I'll give you 10%. I'm like, I don't want your, like,
I want you to win.
It just does not change my life in any way if I got $300 for selling you a $3,000 tile job. Like, I don't want you to. I'd rather you make the 300. Like, I don't. But I do want my name to come up in conversation when there's glass involved.
100%.
That's way more important than $300.
Yep.
So
hey, don't worry about it.
I could usually tell where people's mindset are when they're like, "I'll give you 10%. I'll give you 10%." I would rather the guy never offer that and be like, "Dude, I'm going to start. Since I do tile, I'm going to start pushing your glass." I'd rather that guy.
Right. And it makes you look good. Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I think the 10%'s
Well,
weird.
we all know these networking groups, right? Where you go in and you're just surrounded by a bunch of takers, right? And when my mindset started to shift, I was still going to those groups. Now it's like shifted so much that like I don't know if it's gut feeling or just like I'm like I get the ick of the group or the people in it, right? But like because they try to take and I gave and I gave and I gave to the takers, and then it's like, you know what, I'm tired of giving to the takers, right? So I just naturally pulled myself away from the groups, right? And now I'm in a different type of group, right? And it's mainly givers, and you kind of still have to.
Is there a
trust
higher
your
barrier to
gut.
entry on that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
big sign, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
because let's say, because like I know some of these groups. Talked to Tariq. He told me some.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, me and Tariq just try and follow you. Like we're like, where's Tarrytown?
We need to all
cool,
get
let's
together
get in.
more
Where's
often.
Tarrytown?
Yeah.
Let's get in. If he's there, something's.
Yeah.
You know, you just kind of look for the smoke, and there's going to be fire.
Oh.
Fire's the
These roofs are
relationship.
not on fire after we put them on, all right? Figuratively speaking.
But
I see you in a lot of realty groups because I
Mhm.
watch all your stuff on Instagram.
Yep.
And how's that been working for you?
So they're kind of like the trusted partner, if you will, like the I
Okay.
got a guy people,
Yeah.
right? And so a trigger, you have to look at your triggers in your business. Like that's kind of the biggest thing. So in every job I had, I was like, what is the trigger in this space, right? And so for us, it's, you know, people are doing stuff about their roof when they buy or sell a house a lot of times, right? Or
Okay,
when a
yeah.
storm happens,
Right.
right? Or, you know, there's other triggers as well. I won't give up all the game, but like it's just a really good time where we're trying to get realtors to be more proactive. But what's interesting is the top performing realtors, they want to disclose everything on the sell side. So they actually want to, I hate the word like pre-listing inspection, but like, hey, when you're going to list a house, have a roofer, have a HVAC plumber or whatever, get out there. Emily Waldman and Megan Gallagher with Douglas Elliman, like they were like, hey, top realtors, they want to disclose everything so that the deal doesn't blow up. And this type of market, right? You want to have everything buttoned up so they can't come back and say, oh, the roof sold. It's like, yeah, it's in the seller's disclosure.
Yeah.
You didn't read it, right? It's like you already made an offer. We're not negotiating on that now. We did our due diligence. We had our roofer out because a home inspector is going to come out. And again, not to, you know, throw shade, but they might have been a plumber or electrician by trade, maybe not a roofer, or they were strong in roofing and gutters and siding, but not the interior stuff, right? And so sometimes they don't get on the roof. They fly a drone, and sometimes you can't see those things from a drone. So it's like a lot of people are like, we're going to wait till it's called out on the inspection. It's like, look, they're not going to know if there was a hailstorm on the roof, or they're not going to, and that's going to take more time than a $500 repair, right? So it's like, do you want to get more for your house and a higher appraisal so that that buyer's offer actually gets funded by the mortgage company? It's that education piece that no one is like doing, but it's like, it's people when they come from a place of like me, I want that roof and I want to replace it, instead of like, no, I want to help you close this deal.
Right.
And then there's a complete difference, and it's like it's all
And the
about
whole
where you come from.
Yeah.
And then you have to roll that out to your entire team, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this is a mindset shift.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
That's the hard
if you
part.
hire on
Yes.
if you hire on mindset,
Yes.
if you hire on mindset and
Yeah.
work ethic, you can train the trade.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
Hire
right?
slow and fire fast. So you just
Yeah.
take your time getting those kind of people in. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or at least trainable people.
And
moldable.
disc profiles
Moldable,
and a
that's
funnel, right?
Yeah.
So you're interviewing less people. So we
Yeah.
haven't proven it yet, but we have our new model for
Oh,
scale
I like
for
the systems.
hiring people. Yeah.
How would a company like ours that it's more of a want than a need, where roofing is, do in a group like that, like realtors?
that
and
was
Yeah.
that was a lot
That's
of roofing
my
information
question.
that I didn't know. I was like,
Yeah.
in my head, I was like, that's where the money's at.
Right.
I get it now.
We just notice different things because we're a want more than
Yeah.
a need is what we notice, other than security. But the last thing people think about is lighting, But it's like
I
half
say
what
like
we-
I'm a luxury purchase.
yeah, you
but,
are.
but you're but my ticket item's not
You know what
near
a-
as high.
You know what a
so.
trigger I think is for you is when they install a pool,
Mhm.
right? Or when it's a holiday like Christmas, or when it's
That's funny you say that because they did a study and
Yeah.
people have the same amount of happiness when they install a pool as when they install landscape lighting.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Believe it or not, I was like, I guess so.
So
I guess
for
that makes
you,
sense.
Landscapers, Texas Twins, right? Like, dude,
Yeah,
there's some people.
We
Twins are
we
awesome.
partnered with some
Yeah.
pool
I love
builders.
Jorge.
Dude,
Yeah.
the man, the
I
mustache
haven't met
is
them.
killer.
Killing it.
He's crushing it.
Did you know how he started?
No.
So I asked him how long he's been doing it. I think it was like a couple years, maybe 3. I was like, how'd you get into like building homes? He's like, dude, I used to cut lawns. Texas Twins started as a
he told me.
landscaping company. He was like
Oh.
pushing a mower
They
3
still
years
do
ago.
it. They still do it.
He still has that division.
because it gets him leads. It's lower ticket sales. So
Oh.
need to
I
have.
love that.
No, a lot of people think roofing's a want to have because they don't touch it, and it's like their roof is.
Oh, it's
falling.
a need, dog.
It's a need,
Yeah,
though.
it's a need.
It's
Yeah.
a need.
Yeah.
Lighting, though, it's
We
like you gotta
tried
find
doing
the
that. We tried doing that with window cleaning too.
What's that?
Where they were gonna sell window cleaning and then they were gonna offer lighting, but
It's such a
yeah.
high ticket.
It's extremely high.
That is like,
Yeah.
and so actually, I was going to go into a sales conversation
Let's
because
do it.
y'all are
Yeah.
getting into sales reps. You've spent a lot of time in sales reps. I'm in a little different, but so I got to create my technicians. I'm kind of I probably need to read some more Tommy Mello because his technicians are his
Yeah.
sales guys.
Yeah,
So-
trained.
So a lot of it's the mindset, and I get it because several years ago I went into full-time sales and I was broke as a joke. Oh, we talked about this.
Mhm.
So like selling out of your back pocket and selling from like needing money to eat is very desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Clients can smell it on you. and that's
Yeah.
the dangerous part.
Commission
But
breath.
you can get it done
Yeah.
if you grind hard enough.
So
Yeah.
it's like, how do I teach my guy when, we're in freaking Westlake selling some shower glass, the upgrade's a couple G's.
Yeah.
And my guy's like, couple G's, I don't know if you want to do that. I'm like, dude,
What are you doing?
their monthly mortgage is $50,000.
Right,
He's
right,
not.
right.
He's not worried about the $2,000.
But they're not
upgrade.
thinking
He-
about
He
that.
wants the
Yeah.
bells and whistles. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to want this.
I don't know.
It's a mindset.
I started by putting like cash in my wallet. It sounds silly. Like 3 years ago, I just put a bunch of cash in my wallet and walk around with it and be like, okay, I got cash. Like, so I'll
Yeah.
try to be more abundant in some way. Trick my mind if I had to.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
Do
whole-
whatever works.
Whatever
right?
works.
Yeah, trick, a little hack, right?
guy-
It's a
And-
hack. Yeah.
And then it's like harder to train the mindset of like give when you have nothing, right?
That's
Not
very
a lot-
hard.
It doesn't land on everyone. It's
very
like,
hard.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
My-
exactly.
Yeah.
The guy I
Exactly.
worked with,
Yep.
when I had no money, he took me to Cabo and took me deep sea fishing to chase marlin. He took me to go eat at the steakhouses I couldn't afford.
Yeah.
He took me to go climb mountains in Colorado, and like he probably floated 80% of the bill just to get like the taste of blood in my mouth of
yeah.
like, this is the life you could have.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I wanted to. Those are still my favorite things to do to this. I now love snowboarding and I love
Yeah.
deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
And so it's like, go work hard to go do those things.
You know what's interesting about that? So I didn't grow up with like a bunch of money, right? It's not like my dad was like just like loaded, right? He had a regular salary, right? Parents divorced, whole thing. But my grandpa was really well off. Oil and gas exploration company. So we'd spend every other weekend right over at his house in River Oaks, right off of Inwood. And like, so I'm like,
he moved differently.
My
I
sales
bet.
was oil and gas.
he moved different.
And,
And
you
then
couldn't,
I
you
went.
couldn't describe it. I'm sure you're like, what is
No,
it?
I was like,
Yeah.
what is this guy? I want to be like him, right? It's like, but I also want to be like this, like my dad is, right? He
Right.
kind of he has a pride in everything that he does, and
Yeah.
now my dad moves different, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's pretty cool, right? But we grew up in Spring Valley, which at the time I think my dad paid $150,000 for the house. He sold the lot for $800,000, like
Sick.
later.
Damn.
But all my friends had $5-10 million houses, and so I was also over there, like, hey, no, we're going to Ross's house, right? Like we're going over this nice crib, right?
Yeah.
That-
yeah.
But you got to the taste, dude.
That changed my
Yeah.
life. So I grew up in Cedar Park. So I grew up very middle class, arguably upper middle class.
Yeah.
But all my friends had more money than me. So I remember going to my friends and they would be like, dude, you want to come to our beach house at Port O'Connor?
Mhm.
And I was like, you have 2 homes? Like, what?
Unfathomable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you have 2 homes? No one lives there? Like, and they're like, it was insane.
Yeah.
And so we went, and like these people had lake houses on Lake Travis, and like they had boats and jet skis, and we'd do that. And then we'd go to their bay house, and I was like, dude, you have a boat over here? Like, and
That's insane.
And
Yeah.
I remember at 15, I was like, I'm gonna have a beach house
Yeah.
Yeah.
with another boat, and I'm gonna have a lake house.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, dude,
I'm gonna
that's
have this.
that's a signal right there. The fucking watch. I mean, that's something that can make you move differently. Just wearing that.
That was the intention behind the purchase
Yeah.
of like, my time is valuable.
I like
100. I was just about to say that. So Adam Benjamin, roof strategist, which is more industry specific. He was like, get a nice watch.
Yeah.
Respect your time more than anything. What is your dollar per hour, your billable?
Yeah.
Right? And are you doing the $10 an hour shit? Or are you doing the $1,000 an hour
Yeah.
stuff? And that's the,
Buy your time back.
yeah, it's like I still do
Yeah.
some of the inspections, right? Because like you got to stay sharp, right? But like, am I doing everyone? Am I doing every adjuster meeting? No,
Mhm.
it's like, hey, one of my guys might need that $100 or $200, right?
There you go.
The cash flow as they're getting going.
Yeah.
They also need more reps. So I might actually go with them for training, right? But what does it make sense for me to do my
Mhm.
laundry?
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear some super
Yeah,
cool?
let's go.
So
That was a trigger right there.
the dude that I currently have a house manager.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
right.
got one. We got one. She's great.
Tell me what they do. Like I'm thinking about doing
Everything
this.
that you don't want
Any,
in the house.
So you create your own job description.
Oh,
and
we
then,
have a position agreement.
Yeah.
So I retired my wife. I think she's the
Yeah,
or should she be with
yeah.
I don't
Same
know.
thing.
What do I do here? Tell me,
Yeah, no, like
My wife works, so it's like
Okay.
My
you know,
wife
does,
works,
Does she
yeah.
like her job? Right. It's
Okay.
like step one. Like,
Yeah.
does she want to be a stay-at-home, or is she like, is it going to drive
She
her
wants to be a
nuts?
stay-at-home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then perfect. Like right.
So
like
maybe so. Yeah.
then you make her sign an agreement.
she's the
You
house
hear that,
manager.
baby?
No, I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
kidding. No ideas.
Yeah, no, and we talk about it all the time. Like, my fiance makes good money. Like, I can't afford her to work in the company. She's like, "Can I come work in the company?" I was like, "I can't afford you."
I don't pay myself.
Right?
Okay, so we just had
Oh,
this.
shit,
So
trigger.
yeah, so I was going to bring her on at like I
Yes,
wouldn't
you
call it
told me this.
reasonable, so but like what the
Starting-
position pays for. Like, I
Right,
need like an administrative office manager, probably like it's like a 50-60K role for like a good one.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could give you this, baby. She's like, it sounds like it sucks. Like,
She'd have to sell 20 Bentley like dealerships a month to like.
Oh, that's so funny. I love
she's
that.
like, this sucks.
Yeah, she's
And,
she's
Like,
like
no, I'm
100K
good.
plus.
For that reason, I'm out.
She was like, this sounds like a. I was like, I'm just giving you an opportunity. She's like, it's a terrible opportunity.
Oh fuck.
And I was like, by the way, since you do all like when we go on vacation, you're going to have to work all day. So she's like, I get paid less, no vacation, I work
Oh,
all the
no.
time. This sucks. And I was like, but you get to be home and like take care of the house. She's like, I
Ew.
hate taking care of the house.
You know what's crazy though is it's a mindset thing, right? It's like it's that $1 per hour though. It's how do I buy back my time?
Every-
Dan Martell,
Dan
right?
Martell,
Like,
Great
yeah.
book.
and I
It's-
didn't mean to.
I got
even
halfway
quote the book,
through.
Like, it just like came. See, look what he did there, right?
Yeah.
Every and
Yeah.
I talk to my team
Yeah.
about this all the time because they're like, can we buy this? Can we buy? Should we get this? You know,
Yeah.
they think everything's an investment, and I'm like, dude, there's kind of like two buckets, I guess three. Does it buy me more time?
Yeah.
Does it make me more money?
Yep.
And the answer is no. Then it wastes my time
Yeah.
and it loses me money.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only buckets.
There's
that
very
get
few
filled.
things like the 80-20 rule. There's very few things that'll actually make you money.
Yeah.
And it's about cutting out all the fat and the fluff. you
Right
know what
now
I
is
mean?
the season to cut.
Yeah.
Right
yeah,
now is the season to cut. While we are doing well,
Yeah.
you still
Yep.
this is the season.
Push the
right?
pedal
This is
down
separation
harder.
because if
Yep.
shit gets,
Yeah.
we get a worse economy, right? Which I think it'll get a little bit worse before it gets better. No one's talking about it, right? The news isn't talking
But
about
everyone,
it.
fe-
Oh, we
Everyone's
see it.
feeling it.
Everyone's
It's a little
feeling
bit-
it.
but-
We've noticed that the
The
dips.
trend, yeah.
Our dips go like this though. They
Yeah.
go upward still.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
go like the
But-
pretty much like the
'Cause
market.
we can
just
control
Yeah,
what we
up
can
and
We
down.
were just talking about this yesterday. Yeah.
You know, one thing, me and you kind of had a similar mindset. Year one, I threw spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah.
All the spaghetti. I didn't eat any
All the-
spaghetti. I'm
no,
starving.
no.
I threw it all at the wall,
Yeah.
figured out what sticks, and now I'm going into my EBITDA numbers. Like, I'm like, okay, let's get dialed in. Dialed in.
More about like what didn't stick.
Yeah.
A lot.
Dude, I did it for 3 years, dog. I was a
Yeah.
chuck in a truck for 3 years.
Yeah.
I've been in business for 6, and half of those were throwing spaghetti, dog,
Yeah.
and barely making ends meet.
Yeah.
I'm hard.
Luckily, like, luckily we had like a pretty quick run. Like, there
Mhm.
wasn't a lot of
That's what I'm most
struggle.
impressed of by you all the time because you're your first year. You talk like you're 6-7 years in, which is.
But like he said, he has to
Awesome.
throw a lot of it like right
All
off
of
the
it.
bat.
I
Yeah.
didn't pay myself.
Bias
went all
towards
in.
urgency, dude.
Yeah.
If anything I notice about you, you move fast,
Mhm.
right?
This is the secret.
Which is it's good, dude. It's a
Mhm.
superpower. Now, what I also identified, right, and coming into this year is like sometimes you get to slow down to move faster, right? We talked about that at Vibey,
It
right?
hit
It's like
home.
it just helps, but it's also the health component, right? It's like when you can trust your gut at a higher confidence, you know if that decision to try that partner or consultant or that new lead gen strategy or networking group makes sense or not.
Mhm.
And if you have 99% confidence over 70 because you drank juice and had a healthy meal that day and took care of your body,
I love
right?
that. Yeah.
That's going to save you money and you're going to move a little bit faster with a little bit more
Love
clarity
that.
or a lot more clarity, to be
Yeah,
honest. But it's
yeah.
like that's the biggest component that
Yep.
entrepreneurs and founders don't focus on. It's like they're so stressed out and moving so fast. And I was there and I
Mhm.
was inflamed. And then,
Dude.
You implode.
dude, you just implode. And then it's like, hey, dude, just get to sleep. You'll get more done in 5 hours than you did in the 20 or the 20 hours
Yeah,
that
go
you were
to
just
sleep.
strung out. Go to sleep, dude.
So we
You
just
should be
had this-
tired.
yeah.
I just asked him,
I love
he,
that.
he joked about the king of wasting money because he just threw everything at the wall. And I was like, what is one piece of information that you could give me to maybe like save me money? And it was that. And I liked what he said. He just touched on it. I'm going into a little more detail, and I'll let you too. Move really fast. I work a lot. Like, I think we've all done this at some point in time. Like, I woke up at 2 a.m. on Tuesday because I couldn't sleep because I had things on my mind. So like, it's like I just get up and start working at like 2.
Yeah, the brain just goes.
And
You
because
do
I'm
that a
like,
lot,
I'm
man.
not going to sleep.
What am I gonna roll around in bed?
Think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
and think
Thinking
about it
about
for
it,
4
torturing
hours.
yourself.
Yeah, so I just get up and I like
wanna
just start
talk about
executing,
it?
and I'm
Yeah.
like, cool. I worked 18 hours today, and like,
Yeah.
but like, I think that's why I don't feel like I'm winning, because like I am fucking exhausted. I feel like I'm stuck in the mud, and I feel fucking
It's
exhausted.
like spinning your wheels a little.
And I was like, you know, give me a piece of advice, and he was like, slow down and take care of your health, which was very interesting.
Sometimes you need to hear it from someone else.
It was very interesting. I just got a trainer,
Great.
and I just started working out again, which I took a long time off because it was just like
Dude, join me, bro.
I could go make money,
Yeah.
or I could go work out.
Lift
I picked
heavy
money
shit.
every
Yeah.
time.
The highest indicator of living a
now-
long, healthy life is having muscle.
Yeah,
Dude,
100%.
join me, bro.
Leg muscles. Yeah.
That's fucking go, bro.
So
I lift 4 days a week. Yep.
and I feel when I'm also like what makes my day, like what put my armor for all the problem, dude, if I wake up and I spend a little time with God, a little prayer, a little gratitude, and work out, dude, I could have a
Winning.
shit show of a day, and it's like, we're okay.
I'm great.
Like
yeah.
I took care of
I
myself.
want
It's your
that.
armor.
I want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
something you mentioned
making
too that I
it
want to
right, too,
circle
right?
back on was the success thing.
The house manager does that.
Yeah.
The success thing though, like you feel like big wins, you need a bigger win every time to get that hit. I try a lot of new things, and I do them quickly. Like we started a whole separate rendering company where we do landscape lighting renderings for everyone in the industry from Canada to South America, and that now covers our expenses for the entire business of Aurora. Within 2 months, I did that, and it's automated. And I did that just by trying something new and then training someone else how to do it. And now my wins with that seem bigger because we're like making bigger strides. And I tried something new that was like out of my comfort zone, you know? So to feel those wins again, my suggestion is to try something new and start from scratch. Be a beginner at something just for a little bit.
Yeah, because if everything feels good and normal,
Yeah.
then you're just like living on a straight line. But doing those
Yeah.
new things just kind of like it gives you that new high again. Of
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm doing this again.
Yeah.
This is giving me something.
And Brian's been working on like product lines too. So he's like out of his comfort zone. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, good. I'm like, good. Keep going that
I
way.
love that.
You know?
So I think my
Yeah.
comfort zone has been working in the business. That's been my comfort zone. I have lived like working in the business.
Right.
And I think I'm just like, I don't want to say tapped out or anything, but like it feels like a hamster wheel because I'm just like, I'm doing all the consultation, all this. So I'm like,
Yep.
okay, I need to train someone to take on this.
Mhm.
My uncomfortable part would be like really working on the business. And like, I'm one of the guys that doesn't know all my numbers like the back of my hand. And that was the thing that I noticed the most when we went to California and I was around like the mega rich guys.
Mhm.
All they did was talk math. They're like, oh, you need to be at 3.4% here. This needs to be at 23%. This needs to be at 6%. And if you're at 9% here, your APC does not. And I was just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
They started where we're at though. They
Well,
weren't there immediately.
think about
and
really
that's
healthy
the thing.
people.
Don't compare yourself right like at the
That's
same
true.
stage.
Yeah.
We compare, ourselves to
Our
each
problems
other.
are different, but they're not bigger or smaller in a way.
everything, like there's so much stuff that just takes time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do I condense this?
Think of your business like a body, like super healthy people like you're talking about. They count their calories and their proteins and how much they lift.
So that brings me
Same
to
thing.
like another point though. It's like you only have enough time in the day, right? There's a point in time where you have to do everything, right? You have to be visionary, integrator, COO, blah 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 blah, right? But what's interesting, I talked to a builder the other day, right? Custom home, like rehab, stuff like that, and she was like, I want to hire both of these people, and I was like, well, which one do you need right now? They're like project manager. It's like, but you want them to grow into the director of ops, right? There was like they might be different people, right?
Mhm.
You're interviewing a director of ops, right? And you're interviewing a project manager. Hire the project manager now if that's what you need right now. Why don't you offer fractional consulting, right? Why don't you open her mindset to it, see if she might do it. Then she can do it for 5 people. Y'all can share the costs, economies of scale, blah, blah, blah. She did, right? Now I'm actually I'm meeting with this person right after this, the fractional director of ops that I worked with.
Cool.
And there are things that I'm missing the integrator role, right? Not that they're not in the company already, but they're my number 1 and number 2 salespeople too, and their highest and best use. is that $1,000 an hour stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so she can come in. That's what she likes to do, right? And so like it all works out. You can still delegate house assistant. Maybe you only need 25% or 50% of their time. They can share the time with someone else as well, and an au pair might make more sense, right? So there's all these different ways to figure it out without hiring like an agency.
I love
right? You can hire the
consulting.
person.
I love.
Right.
I hate being tied to everything. I'm like, charge me a consultation rate. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to, even with like some AI stuff. I'm like, I want a paper project. I'm not doing
Yep.
this.
Yeah, retainer, blah blah blah.
I hate it. And if you're not willing to figure that out, then maybe we're just not a good
Yeah.
match.
I don't
Yeah,
like
it has to
retainers.
work for everyone. It's got to be a win-win.
We don't like retainers. either.
Nope,
Oh,
it has
I-
not worked out for us.
No,
Same.
no, 'cause,
Retainers,
it's
yeah.
like- then they get comfy.
Yeah,
Wait, oh,
that's what
wait,
happened.
That's one of the
Yeah.
biggest
Comfy.
things.
Yeah.
I'm like, the first 2 months are great. What happened?
Yep.
It's the same thing as hourly.
Yeah,
They're rewarded by the more they drag
Mhm.
something out.
It's human nature. I feel.
But pay per project, you're going to work a lot faster.
Yeah.
And better
Cool.
quality goes up. Everything's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, and that's like a numbers thing. Like if you hire 10 people and you pay them all hourly, you might have that one unicorn, right, that just works hard no matter what,
Mhm.
and is like really looking at the clock, right, and works a lot faster than
Yeah.
everyone else because they care and they want the long-term opportunity. But the other 9, they're gonna milk it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a day rate. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna do like 30 feet of fascia today.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna chill.
Per project, baby.
But then it's like I'm gonna feel that, right? That they're not working hard. I'm be like, you know what? But it's like show me the metric, I show you the result. If they're paid off of a commission, right? Of how much they charge for the repair within a range, right? You can't let someone charge, an absurd amount of money for a small thing, then that you feel like you're gouging. So you have to have process behind it. But how do you incentivize them, right? For us, it's pay them per square installed, right? But they're still quality checks, so they can't just move fast and do a shitty job, right? But if we paid them per day or per job, right? Like it's per square. If you install 100 squares today across 2 projects, right? Then you get paid more. But there's still the quality control piece.
So it's kind of like a percentage at the end of the day.
Exactly.
We get crushed on our go backs. We have a pretty high percentage of go backs. They're relatively small, but it destroys the numbers. And so I had like a bonus structure kind of planned out, and it was on like tied to revenue of how much that you could do. But I was like, all you're going to do is like rip out a ton of installs. But if there's a high go back rate, it loses a ton of money. So I'm like, how do I?
Yeah.
Quality
mitigate
control.
quality control,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, and it's like
And they can quality control themselves, probably, right?
They
Do you have a-
should.
have a
yeah,
metric and a
so
standard?
so that's what I found too. So we did this TPO roof, and it was like a Versico system, and the project manager on site should have picked it up, but this was like early days, right? It was one of like the newer roofs that we had done with a new product, but we dotted our I's, crossed our T's, all of those things. But there were just like a couple things, like a pipe jack was missing a metal thing and some sealant, like one pipe jack on the entire TPO roof. And then there was one seam where the TPO like kind of connects, or 10-foot rolls or 20-foot rolls, had a little bit of a cold weld. I'm like, we should have caught that before the inspector came out. I mean, luckily I had my guys there, like ready to go, because I was assuming there was going to be like one little small thing. It would have been beautiful though if that inspector came and there was like literally nothing. That's what I want to be known for. Like we do not, we check ourselves, we check our own work, but that was like, one of the first ones, right?
I've
Like,
gotten
but I've learned from that one. It doesn't take me 10 to learn, right?
Right,
It's
right.
like, we're going to,
I've gotten super lucky. Knock on wood. I've had like little. Fuck, this is gonna fuck me just saying this out loud, dude.
We'll blur it out.
Dude, I've had like such little to no issues with all my builders and GCs and contractors. Like all the jobs have just gone smooth. My homeowners have a lot of, which I'd like kind of rather the problem be there, and we fix it, and they throw a little fuss or whatever because it's their first time. But like, so we're just known for it just goes in the first
Seamless.
time. Yeah, and because they're
measure twice.
their payments held up not till I'm done. So like, and whenever they finish the job, at least a remodeler, it's like a week or two before glass. So like, the faster I'm there, the faster they get paid. So that's
That's where they're like second to last or last draw kind of comes in.
yeah. So it's
Right.
kind of dependent on me. So a lot of them's like, man, my glass guy kept having issues. That delays their payment like a month, you know. I've gotten really fucking, I guess, lucky. I don't know.
Our strategy has been having 2 crews going that are pretty knowledgeable, been in the field. Most of them are a year plus, and then we have one guy that bounces between them. That's the most experienced, and he quality checks everything.
That's
Absolutely.
what I
Going in and
That's
out.
what you want.
see. I don't have that
You-
project
you will.
manager, I guess.
It's hard
We
to
got
find
lucky.
that person. We just
I have the person.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I
They're
got the guy. He is expensive.
But what's more expensive?
He's like
you
my
know?
But
senior
his highest and
lead.
best
He's,
use is somewhere else.
well, so the goal was to. So right now I want my time back. So that's why I feel like so I do all our consultations, and we average. I don't know. I probably do like 5 to 7 a day. So it's just like customer after customer after customer after customer after, which is a lot of driving.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Mental,
Good thing you got a
mental
Tesla.
bandwidth has got to be
It's
insane.
why I got it.
That's a lot, dude. The most we'll have is like 3 or 4 on a day, and that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Like
So I
some
can
days I've
imagine.
had like 9. And if it feels good, if it,
Yeah, he's like,
My head would be just.
Oh man.
yeah, and then I come home and do like, or I used to come home and do all that administration. Now I do it while driving, but but I'm like that has consumed so much of my time.
Yeah.
But like that's where the money starts.
Yeah.
You know, you sell the job, and so
Yeah.
but I want him to turn into the consultation guy,
Yeah.
the measure guy. And so I got to teach him a little bit of he's
Just have him shadow you.
yeah,
Yeah.
It should be fairly easy. He's been in the industry 15 years. He knows what to do.
Oh yeah.
I just want to teach him a little bit of the verbiage, some of the
yeah,
little
it's the
word.
That's hard to
framing.
do. We had a guy that was a handyman type guy. He came from that background. We're like, good. So we started him from the ground up, but we jumped him to sales too quickly, and his verbiage was off.
Yeah.
Like instead of package, you'd say like bundle. We're like, don't say bundle. Like different
Yeah.
little things.
My
and
guy
then-
said catastrophic, and I was like, no, easy peasy, easy peasy.
That was
But his
catastrophic.
mindset, his mindset was too
Yeah.
that way. It just didn't work. It
Well,
didn't work.
it's like saying cost versus investment.
Yeah.
Or you know, like there's so many
Yeah.
different ways. I mean,
expense.
you look at Power Home Remodeling, right? They're
Yeah.
like the kings of this
Crushing it.
stuff. They're selling retail roofs for
I love those
$1,000
guys.
to $1,200 a square.
Wow.
They're not talking about a 12% interest rate. They're talking about the monthly payment, right? And it's like there's a difference between a used car sales, right, and like what they're doing. It's like
Mhm.
it's all in the framing and delivery, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it comes back to bite you, and then it's misleading, and then all of these
Framing
things. No,
is
it needs to
everything.
be
Yeah.
very.
I love
cut
being
and
sold.
dry. I do.
I
too.
think
I'm
you
the
do too.
easiest sell.
Me
Like
too. You just
you
gotta
got
be good.
Amazon, you got Instagram stuff packages outside your door right now. I probably do too.
You
right?
got to
Like-
be good at. I love being sold.
Exactly.
So I have to
But
say,
yeah.
say that he sold me on the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
So if you need a Cybertruck, just follow this
Yeah.
link.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't spend money,
Yeah.
money won't flow to you either.
Mhm.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
you're thinking of money
Agreed.
wrong.
That was
And we do
such-
high end sales. Like Brian actually, he taught me a lot about high ticket sales and how to frame it. Like you said,
Yeah.
it's a totally different game. You know, they spend $20K like they're buying a cheeseburger. A lot of our clients.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that was another thing. Whenever we tell them
it
the
is.
amount,
Yeah.
I usually just tell them like, yeah, so it's going to be, I don't know, $50,000.
Yeah.
Normal, $100,000.
Sometimes
Normal.
you say only. I like. to
Yeah,
say,
it's
"Oh,
only going to be
50,000."
yeah because you don't know how much is a lot of money for them.
Yeah.
Because for them, like you said, I mean, their mortgage could be $50,000,
Well, you
$100,000 for them. You don't know how much a lot of money is for them.
I
So you
like
say it
saying
normal,
the opposite.
and then
What's that?
And I picked it up from Hormozy.
Yeah.
He goes, I put in their framework that's expensive because if they're rich and expensive is 200,000 and it comes in at 100, they're like, oh, that's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
huh? That
Or
too.
if it is expensive, they were prepared for it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Price
So-
conditioning.
So I'm always like, our upgrades are expensive, and then I tell them they're like, oh, that's not that bad. Yeah.
And you get to let them flex on you. a
Oh,
little
we
bit.
pre-qualify.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. So give them that ego boost. They love
Oh,
that.
only $100,000.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We
Yeah.
dropped the
What do I
turd right
pay?
at the beginning when
Can
we
I get two? I'll take
pre-qualified.
two.
I'll take two.
Do y'all
Right.
pre-qualify? What did y'all's pre-qualify? Like in terms of, are you?
I used to a lot.
Oh,
Budget
client
vet,
to
price
client.
condition,
Yeah.
right? Stuff like
Yeah.
that. So we're working with this consultant right now, but it's kind of like a range, if
Mhm.
you will. We need to do
Okay.
it more and implement it more into our process, but
Yeah.
it's something we really identified like about a week ago after we talked to this consultant. And I used
Okay.
to do it in previous roles. I should have known to implement it sooner. But this market is more of a retail market for us now. We're doing less and less insurance. I think that's where a lot of roofing companies are struggling right now. Is they're not
stuck to
pivoting fast
insurance.
enough.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
part
the
of that is-
roofing world changed in the last 2 years, right?
Exactly.
Interesting.
It was
right.
like the
Interesting.
Wild West to
Yeah.
like, oh, it's kind of tough now.
Yeah, and so it's the price conditioning. It's spending your time on the right lead sources, right, in the right neighborhoods, right, and price conditioning early, right? Because if they can't afford on the lower end of the range, right, it just doesn't matter what value you're selling,
Exactly,
and it's the
exactly.
wrong client,
Yeah.
and it was a door knock over a referral from a trusted partner. You can charge a little bit more because it is a trusted partner. They're not every customer is your customer, right? And we all know that. And how can you like control what you can control and mitigate against that? Well, I can probably just focus on these other neighborhoods, right, where they own businesses. They value your time a little bit more because they value their own time. They want you in and out. They don't have time to get 8 bids.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is ridiculous. Like, I just hired the first plumber because I was like, that's kind of a fair price.
Why not
I've
now?
got a water
Yeah.
leak, right?
Yes.
These guys, I like these guys.
Yep.
And like, could I have gone out and like asked like my entire network? I've got a couple guys if like I don't have someone, but I was just like, I felt
Yeah.
good about them. They were brought on by the city. They've been vetted a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's not. I'm not gonna name names, but
Yeah.
the private equity backed, like
Yeah. Yeah.
guys are gonna charge me triple.
Yeah.
I already had that run-in experience. My HVAC guy is the guy that was like, "Hey, I'll do that for $100." Everyone else was trying to charge me for a new HVAC unit. Guess what he does now? He's got 8 trucks and he's a City of Austin vendor. Yeah,
Awesome.
because
Awesome.
he's the goat.
Yeah.
I only go.
Relationships.
Interesting.
I try
Yeah.
to only go with
Okay.
like privately owned companies with
Yep.
everything now.
Yeah.
Mainly because like there's an owner like me or you that like our
Yeah.
livelihood depends on
Yeah.
this. So I will get better customer
That's
service
right.
and a better price.
We still have
Every
some
time.
clients that they're like, we're getting other quotes or whatever. We're like, okay, well, we're going to be probably the most expensive, but we're not expensive. I say we're also the highest value though too. So,
Yeah.
but we're going to be on the higher end of both of those things.
Yeah.
So, do you want, if you're buying on price, you're going to buy twice, and,
Yeah.
and they should know that,
Mhm.
But some of them, even the rich people,
but I want to say
Well, they don't
60%.
learn from other people's mistakes.
But
Right.
60% of them actually do like buy from us.
yeah, even
Yeah,
though we're
they
the
call
most,
us. Yeah,
we're the most,
they're like,
expensive
yeah,
ones.
you were right. You were the most expensive
Uh-huh.
one or the highest bid.
Gotta lay the
but we like
traps
it.
though.
Yeah.
I said
What do
this.
the other guys do?
Yeah.
No, but it's like, yeah, because if they don't know how to buy outside of price,
Mm-hmm.
this is what other people do. They
Yeah.
don't and use this type of quality or these types of bulbs or like whatever the difference is.
Some of our clients care about the features,
Yeah.
but a lot of them it's just overall value.
Yeah.
It's like, look, you're trusted in our hands. We gave you all the value up front. You got a free design, which is a lot of people charge for that. We don't. We got a free estimate, a free full rendering. You can show your wife everything.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it. We gave
it's
all that up
actually
front.
good
We
to
didn't
look.
even ask. We never had our hand out
I
ever.
love that.
Ever. Yeah.
It's
love
give, and then
Until
if
they're
you-
like,
then you
gosh,
shall
can
receive.
I give you? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
And
did.
if they still
Can I
don't
give
see
you
the
this job?
if you switch the conversation from price to value and they still don't see the value, well, then they're not a right client.
Not my
Yeah.
customer.
Yep.
I took a
Exactly.
page
Move
out
on.
of
See you later.
your book, 2 days ago. Kind of what you just said. That
Uh-huh.
I walked up and like shower glass is not crazy, and the guy was like, "Hey, just let you know I have 4 of the quotes." And I was like walking upstairs, and I go, "Just let you know I'm the most expensive. I could literally just head out if you want me to. Like, you got that many quotes?"
Yes.
And he was like, "No, I'd like." I was like, "I will be the most expensive. Like, I
By
will
far.
be."
Boom. Now you're up here.
And he was like, "Well, we'll still get a quote." And in my head, I was like, "Damn, I'm just wasting my time." I was kind of annoyed.
Did you
Ah,
go
he went
back
with
this?
us.
Ah!
Yeah. I was like, "Oh shit, cool." But a lot of it was just like information and
What's
education.
interesting too is like, hey, yeah, I'm getting 3 bids, and it's like, can I ground you real quick for a second, right? It's like, are you getting 3 bids or are you interviewing 3 people? Because it should be this interview and compare scope and like how their process will be different because it's not about the number, is it?
I love that.
And if they'll tell you if it is no, it's the number. I want the cheapest roof possible. I'm selling this thing.
When
Like,
has
I don't
buying the
care.
cheapest thing been a great idea?
I
in
do it
anything?
sometimes.
Never.
There's some times where
You don't wanna
I
commoditize
do
it.
No,
Right.
but that's a good point. That's a good point because I usually do ask that question. What do you want to do here? Like the lighting, do you want to highlight your house or I'm just selling it? If they're just selling it, they're not looking for value. They just want a quick turnaround. And then I tell them, look, you can do this.
Oh, you
and-
just want curb appeal?
Yeah.
Right. It would pop in
Yeah.
4 lights,
Yeah,
baby. It's
yeah,
a small
right,
house,
yeah,
like-
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Yep.
Let me do your
are
new
you
house.
interviewing people?
Yeah,
It's a
we
bigger
do
house.
sometimes get
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, our transformers actually come engraved with our logo
Yeah.
and our
That's
QR
cool.
code. So even the new
QR
person
code,
who
yeah.
buys a house just scans
That's
it
a
and
great
calls us.
idea.
That's sick.
That's a
Because we get
great
calls all the
branding.
time, and not all the time, but maybe once or twice a month. Hey, I have this. How do we use the smart system on here?
Yep.
By the way, there's no lights on the trees.
Yeah.
We'll be there. There's
The
another
new
5K
homeowner
right there.
always
10K,
adds
whatever.
more.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So engraving. Oh, so I had a question before I forget. Was there a strategic? I'm sure there was strategic move in naming your company Tarrytown Roofing. And do you go out of your territory ever?
Terry.
We
I like
Dad jokes. Yes.
that was I mean
That was fire.
That was good.
That was fire.
What's funny is my cousin came up with a name. We were in Columbus, Texas, and we were kind of just brainstorming. It was like Texas this, and I was like,
Yeah.
that just sounds like everyone else. I was like,
Yeah.
how do you say luxury without saying you are luxury roofing,
Right,
right?
right. Without nailing on the head.
But then it's just an assumed thing. So you could do like Black Label or Blue Label or whatever. It was like, no, what's an affluent neighborhood? Is this taken? Tarrytown? It's like, no. If you're the best in Tarrytown, if you can afford a house in Tarrytown, you probably own a business. So our goal was to always move into commercial like later in the career. And so it was like, okay, we're going to do the residential high-end specialty where they care about service and value and all of those things and less price sensitive. They want us to do a good job because they value their time. Now, hey, you did my $300,000, cedar shake roof. Hey, I've got 5 warehouses and Bastrop, right?
Sick.
And so that was a thing. And a lot of people have been like, well, you just give yourself this hyper localization. I'm like, yeah, exactly. That was the point.
That was the point.
Now I'm number 1 ranked on Google My Business
Right.
immediately. And now I'm expanding my radius from there into Westlake and to
Yeah.
Pemberton Heights,
Right.
right? Into these affluent neighborhoods, which is our ideal customer profile. Then we focus on the branding. We focus on the top realtors, right? And what we can do to add value for them.
Right.
But it's interesting. People look at it and they're like, okay, well, you can't just be doing, Tarrytown Roofing selling, commercial roofs in Colorado. And I was like, we just did,
Why not?
right? Like, why
Okay.
not? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
never come up.
Right.
But they look at Tarrytown as like a value, right? As opposed to Top Ridge Roofing or,
Sure,
like not
sure.
You know what's so funny is like
Ah, okay.
how little people capitalize on that, because like I did this.
It's the
same
first thing. It's the first thing you do, right?
And
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
company name.
well, so I rebranded pretty quickly.
Yeah,
and it made so much sense. Like the LLC, it was a DBA. The LLC's Freedom Glass, and like I love that because
Oh.
America.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
And
right.
my SEO guy was like, "Yeah, that's cool, but do you want to make money?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Then change your name." He's like,
Yeah.
"Austin Shaw." He's like, "It's a cheat code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's the most
but
searched."
most people don't tell you that. They won't
Yeah.
have the hard conversation.
If I could go back, I would have done like ATX lighting or something like
Yeah.
that. But now those are all taken. Like Austin,
Yep.
Yeah.
Texas, all those are taken.
It was a very my second biggest cheat code is I got an office in Westlake. And so when people type in shower glass near me,
You're right there.
Westlake,
Yeah.
Lakeway, Bee Caves, Dripping
we need to talk
Springs.
about the office space stuff too, because
Cheat
we may
code.
need to do some
Used to be the
shared stuff.
PO box.
Yeah.
it,
I know.
No,
a couple
PO box
people.
doesn't fly on
Yeah, you
Google.
used to
No,
do
no,
it too.
no.
That's what I was saying.
No, I
We
have
want like a
office.
big space that we like kind of block off, but then it's like we see each other all the time too, so it's like more referrals that are
Are y'all
passing.
we're in the
And
market for an
economies.
office, by the way.
Yeah, so are we. So is Matthew with Limestone. So
I am
we
too,
need
but
to-
like I want to be up north, maybe because it's affordable.
We're even thinking
yeah,
about we
like
found like
Round Rock.
houses on like downtown area too that we were thinking about
Downtown or
converting.
Westlake area.
Yeah.
We were thinking of just having like a big space where we can have. I mean, the rooms.
you
could
kind of
be
want
the
one for the
office.
GMB, right? And then you want one for
Yeah.
Efficient works.
the space.
Yeah.
That's how
have some
John
cold
Joffrey
So I have
storage
an
and-
office for the GMB in Westlake, and that was the
Oh,
biggest cheat
okay.
code that.
Yep.
That's how John Joffrey does it, right? He does his on Congress, his office. He has a bunch of different businesses in there that all work with him. He's got the.
You know Big
dope
John
spot.
with Revamp?
I don't think
Yeah.
we've met. I've
Y'all
seen him.
should.
I've
Y'all
seen
be
him.
friends.
I've
Oh
seen him
yeah,
at the parties.
he's so
Oh, he's cool as fuck.
he's awesome.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna
Let's
be on
set
the next
something
one.
up. We'll
Yeah.
we'll set
Yeah,
something up.
yeah, he's coming on the
Let's
pod.
do something fun
Thanks.
though.
He is coming on the pod.
He is a fun dude. So
Yeah, hell yeah.
he's in with fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
you should
I like
put
fun.
you got to put territories now on your website.
Yeah, it's happening.
Sick.
I'm redoing my website right now.
You
It'll be
gotta
live.
do
It'll
it.
be live on Tuesday.
You gotta do it.
This is my
Territories.
territories.
People would be like, "Oh God, that's
You know, my
actually pretty
last
good."
agency did on the H1 of the website, they put the town's top roofer. I'm like, that is not ranking us for SEO. The town? What the hell is the town?
Town.
Dude, I hate.
I'm like,
Are we in a
dude, what
town?
are you doing?
Huh.
as easy it is to succeed,
Ugh.
it's so easy to drop the fucking ball. And I'm like, and stuff like that will be like, I will never use you ever again and never recommend you. And I think you're a terrible company. Why did you do that to me?
Oh man.
That's how I feel on stuff like that.
Yeah, no, you have to be
It's-
strict on it.
It's hard to delegate and to scale, right? And so when these companies do, it's without the proper training and without the right hiring. And like, I get it, it's hard, but it's like stay small then until you have it figured out. And And like I tried to scale a little bit too fast and probably hired too many people, but it's like they kind of came knocking on my doorstep, and I gave them the opportunity to win or fail, and it was like, okay, now I know how to tighten the funnel coming in, so I'm not
You know what to
wasting
look
that
for.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had the same
I trust
thing.
my gut now.
We exactly because you
Yeah.
know because you have that reference experience, and we had the same thing. We were essentially. Your wife said it perfectly. We're paying for like a friend on some of these people. They weren't actually providing fucking value, and then we didn't realize it. And like you show up all the time, but that doesn't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
You're not providing any value.
The more expensive person is oftentimes the better person,
Yeah.
right? It's just like hiring a contractor,
Yeah.
right? It's like the same thing, but is the compensation model correct? Have we vetted them properly? And do I need 100% of them, or do I need 25%?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's like understanding that, is there enough for them to do, and am I seeing that value in them, or do they actually have it and carry it, right? Because
Yeah.
I've seen, because there was a need, right? I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna be perfect for this role, right?
Mhm.
And it's like I just like wished it into them.
Right? Yeah, you were projecting on them.
Yeah.
I'm very much in that space. Right? I hope it could work out.
You see the best in them,
Go
but
work
really
out
you're seeing
great.
yourself.
Exactly. Great, tons of potential.
Oh,
I
that
want
was
somebody
me.
already potential.
Territories.
Potential.
Dad jokes of the day.
Dad jokes, baby.
Yeah.
Puns are the highest form of humor. I don't care what anyone says.
I say it all the time. Well,
Yeah.
because you got to be witty. You got to be smart.
Yeah,
It is the
I had
best.
that one loaded yesterday. I was actually talking to my wife about territories, or it said something about I was thinking about your name, and I was like, and then it just hit me. I was like, oh, I'm saving that for tomorrow for sure. She's like, don't do it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
She's been loaded in the chamber for the last
But I
12
was
hours.
really curious about it because it's so like hyper geographical, like
Yeah.
small, but,
You know
but
what's
it makes sense.
You know what's crazy too on like the branding stuff? It's like not everything has to be your idea, right? Don't try to reinvent the wheel.
Sure.
Like I tell my sales guys,
Right.
like, hey, these plays work. It took me a lot of time and I wasted a lot of money figuring these out. And they
Mhm.
realize it now. Same thing on the branding stuff. You know the upside down hats that say Tarrytown Roofing,
yeah,
right?
Oh yeah.
I'm
I
going
got-
to do those. Shower glass
Do
upside
it.
down. Austin
do
writes
it.
it up.
Do it because what
Your
it
same
does is
colors
people
too,
double
because
take
I
it.
like them.
But I got that from commercialroofer.com, and he probably maybe got that from
I've seen
Hormozy
hats like that.
or
yeah.
like whatever. But there's the Dallas hats,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Like,
where it started.
that's
I
where
think.
it started, I think. But then
Oh.
I saw someone else do it for their company. I was like,
You know the
genius.
Austin hats? You know the
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we modeled our Aurora hats. We do the same thing from
Yeah.
those hats
There you go.
because I like the look.
Yeah.
I talk
Yeah.
about it all the time with anyone. I was like, find someone who's doing good and do exactly what they do.
100%.
That's
Same
the
thing on
secret.
social media.
Yeah, and people are like, well, don't you? I'm like, no, you know what? You know what Adidas is? It's Nike.
Yeah.
You know what Under Armour is? Both of them. And one, the same thing. It's all the exact same product,
Lyft
different
is
logos.
exactly the same as Uber.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Airbnb, Verbo,
Yeah.
and they're both crushing it.
Yeah.
They do the exact same thing. And so I remember I started a clothing company a while back with someone, and he was trying to reinvent the wheel. And like,
Mm.
I was like, this is what's working right
Reinvent
now.
the
Like,
wheel?
huh?
Reinvent the wheel.
Reinvent.
Yeah,
Like, it
yeah.
was just.
he was like, what,
Yeah.
trying to change how you wear a shirt
yeah.
or something?
No, he was just trying to
We're
make,
gonna
all
make
this
pants
cool
and shirts.
new
Yeah.
stuff. And I was like, dude, the fitness industry loves yoga pants and sports bras.
Yeah.
They like stringers and I don't know,
Yeah.
short shorts we're in. Like
yeah.
Mhm.
Just
that's
brand
what we
it.
should that's what we should push.
brand
Yeah.
the fuck out
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
100%.
And I ended up I was like, this isn't where I want to take it because he had a bunch of ideas. I think he was chasing a lottery ticket. Like, what is going to be the big thing
Yeah.
that hits?
It's some
And-
singles and doubles. Yeah.
There is no lottery tickets.
No.
They
There's
don't
no
exist.
silver bullet.
No, there's
No.
you hit it. Well, you hit enough singles, you hit enough doubles, you're accidentally going to hit a home run every now
Yeah.
and then.
People are fucking lazy, dude. I had people in our industry, and they are. The bar's low. They want the view from the top of the mountain. They don't want to climb it.
Must be nice, dude.
Yeah,
Must be
right.
fun.
Yeah, how is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't do that.
I
So
lost my
how
shit
many
recently
people
on
in
one
the
of those.
industry? I was fucking around with these renderings, right? Like a long time ago, doing them for our company. We're closing jobs. I was like, shit, there's something here. And then I started doing it for a few people just on my own in the industry, in the lighting industry. And so many people, you should start a business doing this. You should start a
just help
business
them
doing
out.
You should
Yeah.
start a business doing this. I said, fuck. And within like 3 weeks, I got the fucking website going. It wasn't perfect. I
Yeah.
had shit. It's still not perfect. And now our revenue, like we're doing like 4, 5, 6K a week with that. And I'm like, all these people said they said to do it, and I did it, but they didn't do it. They could have.
Yep.
You know what the takeaway from that is, though? Don't let perfect get in the way of done.
Exactly. There
Let
you
it
go.
be 80% of the way baked, dude, and ship it. It's all about what you ship, not about the idea you had that
Exactly.
you just like thought about.
We'll figure it out as we fucking go.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
love
Yeah.
so like
It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of friends talk about starting a podcast for years.
Yeah.
There we go.
I met this dude. He's like, we should start a podcast, and we're like, yeah, let's do it now. He sent me a link. We booked it and just started it.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's it called? I'm like, I don't know. We didn't think about
Yeah.
that. And they're like, what are you going to talk
Doesn't
about?
matter.
We didn't.
Doesn't matter.
We
We
really
can't
think
even
about that
just-
either.
You came up with the name
A
on
great-
the podcast.
Yeah, we were on the.
Yeah,
podcast.
he did. Yeah, that's right.
A
Yeah.
great analogy for the 80%. The
Yeah.
like, just do it. My favorite analogy, a Hormozy,
Love him. Love him.
was 2 art classes, like college art classes. He split the class in half, and he told one half of the class, you have the whole semester to make one perfect pot. And he told the other class, you have one semester to make as many pots as you possibly can. All their pots were better because they had so much more experience, and they made 10,000 of them.
Mhm.
So that one guy trying to make the perfect podcast, and 3 years later he launched it. We just put some shit together, but we will have 3,000 episodes by them and
Yeah.
be way better.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a just do it.
Repetition too.
Just do
Like the
it.
technology is available for everyone for this AI stuff. Everyone's like, AI is going to take over. I'm like, yeah, well, it still needs a human touch for at least the next 3 years. I can capitalize those next 3 years and make 300,000-400,000
Yeah.
until someone can just plug something in and it shits something amazing out. But right now, and the technology is available for everyone, but they're
Yep.
not implementing it. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
same with lighting. Anyone can do their own lighting, but we install it. You know what I mean?
Unless they watch a
Do you wanna
YouTube
look like
video
shit, or
and
do you want to look good? Right?
Yeah,
Like-
right. Yeah. What do you want? Oh, geez.
that
Yeah,
lady
same
from
thing.
yesterday who's like, I watched a YouTube video and I did it myself. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that was great.
Like that's great. You should definitely do that.
Looks
yeah.
horrible.
Actually, one of our actually my aunt, they just called me. My aunt and uncle, it was one of the first houses I ever did. They tried to redo a lot of their stuff, and they just called me this morning and said, "Can you send some guys out? None of our lights work now." I'm like, "Oh, what happened?"
Oh.
Actually, one of our pre-qualifiers is my Denali was that. Now it's gonna be your truck. So if we drive up and they're like, "Nice truck," they're usually not our clients. Almost every fucking time.
it worked.
Have you
yeah.
noticed that? Yeah, because you have a really nice truck. Have you ever driven up and someone says like, "Nice vehicle"?
Yeah, and it was like I got the truck for way less than a F-150, and I, put
Yeah.
on new tires, and
yeah,
it's because no one drives a big truck in Austin, right? You get a bunch of Nancy's.
I do, bro. I do.
Yeah, I had a 2,500. Yeah.
Yeah,
a bunch of
Yeah. No, but it's crazy. It's about like where you buy. But if you go out to like Dripping Springs or Marble Falls or whatever, it's like there are no F-250s or F-350s. I got it from like a Covert Jeep, not even Ford, for a good price. But then I made like small touches to it to like
Looks great.
where it's like
looks
I want to
sick.
drive it for the next 10 years.
Do you have a 360 camera on that? I thought I saw a
Um,
camera. Or
Wi-Fi
something.
booster,
Oh,
right?
is
It's
that what
Wi-Fi.
it is?
It's
Okay.
the
It's
it's
a
like
flamethrower
we-
for
yeah, flamethrower. Yeah, for when they don't pay. No,
It's the fire we start, so we come back and fix it for free.
I have a claim. No, it's an RV WeBoost antenna, right? So that
Okay.
can you hear me now? And then like your call drops. No, it's for that. But I'm also getting a
Sick.
Starlink too for when it's like really out
Nice.
there. Like there's like these random neighborhoods I could pop it in the sunroof, and the Starlink Mini is like $200.
I think you're getting that
Oh,
just
okay.
because you want to. There's no real reason.
Well, it's like I'm kind
Dude,
of a
I get
prepper.
cell phone
I'm
service
kind of a prepper.
everywhere.
What do you have?
AT&T.
Me too.
No, dude, I had AT&T. I fired them. I got T-Mobile.
Really?
Then I got Really, right? And then I got
don't know.
Verizon.
If I've ever been to a property with like no service, maybe I've had somewhere it's like a little bad. I
Oh,
have
we
to walk
have been.
outside.
We have a few.
No,
yeah.
like Westlake has some like dead zone.
It
Oh, yeah,
does.
yeah.
Oh,
Coming
Westlake
down on
does.
the-
When you're
Yeah.
driving, we
But
drop
then
every
I just
time.
like moved
Call 'em
30
back.
yards.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm getting a satellite.
I bought
phone-
my own satellite. It follows
Yeah.
me in the sky.
It also looks cool, right? It makes me happy.
That's how you know you made it. You got your own satellite.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I get really bad. I'm like, where?
Wasn't there a
What?
satellite service you could pay for, and it makes it like daytime where you are at night because it reflects?
Yeah,
the
they were
light?
coming up with that where they're gonna
I still
send a
want to
beam
use
of
that.
light.
We got to use that for our marketing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, look at it.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
It like reflects the sun off
Yep.
of satellites.
and it'll just
to
be
your
like
house.
daytime in this little area for like 5 minutes. You buy the time. So we got to do that for our marketing thing.
That's
Like this isn't
sick.
AI.
You want
We're-
lights
It's like
there?
we're getting beamed up.
You're going to try and sell James some lighting. He's like, I actually have sunlight at night. I bought the
Bought the lights.
I bought the sun. Actually,
Yeah.
I bought the sun.
I leased it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude! Curb appeal, man. That could be huge for you for like realtors though. It's just a curb appeal of like Casa Washer, right? And then you know the guys at Pinks, right? Or
Yeah.
what is it?
That's Cody Sanchez with Pinks.
Yeah, that's
The window
Pinks and
cleaner?
then- Shine.
Yeah, I know the Shine guys.
Oh
that's
yeah,
your buddy.
Daryl. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're already friends
yeah,
with
he knows
Daryl.
them.
We introduced
So,
him.
dude, like those people, right? Like working in, I like I know like they're all just probably just like great people, right? An abundance mindset. It's like go talk to the realtors, do a CE course on like the curb appeal. Everyone knows the curb appeal. It's the stuff that's like turnkey, ready to go, that's moving right now, and you can hit that all day, and it's like it's great, right? I wish people did stuff like earlier so they got to enjoy it in that house, right, for 5 or 10 years. But dude, the reality of it is they're doing it right before they sell it.
Right.
So
That's exactly right.
I try to think of like it's the same thing with business. So everyone makes their business run like tip top right before they sell it.
Yep.
So same thing with a house. So I'm trying to run a business ready to sell at all times. And that way it would be like the most processed, the most documented, the most organized. I mean, I'm nowhere remotely close, but like that is the entire intention the entire time.
100%.
Is like any given day, this needs to be ready to sell. Yeah. And if you don't have all position agreements, organized, an org chart, a future org chart.
Readiness.
Oh, yeah, it's like
Videos,
current
dude.
and future org chart.
We take videos of all of our SOPs. And
yeah,
that's
if you teach it once,
and then just keep it in a
it.
shared drive.
Just record it, and I put. That's exactly what I do. Yeah.
And then like everything admin, you could just do
onboard
on
someone.
Loom.
Like, watch these. Yeah, Loom's great too. Yeah. No one wants to read.
But
a bunch of
I
shit.
don't want to do that. I want to pay someone to.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
Pick my brain on this SOP. Okay.
I'm gonna stream of consciousness this, and then you're gonna organize it and make it.
I need you to
cut it
just
up. You're gonna cut it up.
cut
like
it,
this
cut it.
podcast.
Right.
My buddy has a satellite on his truck. I'm just going to Bluetooth my thoughts into your truck.
Neuralink, dude.
And I need you to record.
He's gonna be the first Neuralink guy. I know.
Dude, oh yeah, he's putting a chip in his brain for sure.
It comes out on his speaker on the Tesla. He's like, he's talking to us. Let's turn him up.
Convenience.
I would do it. I would do it. Fuck it.
It's even when trying to scale and all that stuff. I'm like, man, how do I just do it faster? Like even the documentation and the processes, and really it's just hiring and paying for it. But it still needs to come out of my brain, like almost all of it.
Yeah,
and it's like,
but you need someone to take it and then run with it.
Yeah,
because like when you're the visionary, right? Don't try to do this.
I'm not.
No,
it would be bad. You know what? I could get it to 70% really fast.
Yeah.
I was 70% all of this, which
I can't finish it though.
It is all 70% done. I have all the position agreements that almost done. It's almost done. Yeah, I basically got it. But yeah, I need some. So I work with Dan Dowdy and Built for the Trades, and we meet every other week, and they give me some homework, and I do some stuff. But like every interaction's every other week, so it's like I kind of complete like 3 or 4 tasks. 2 weeks later, 3 to 4 tasks. And I was like, what do I got to do to sit down with you for like 8 hours?
Yeah.
I mean, that would literally condense 2 months of time.
We had the same conversation. It was like, it's going to be 3 months consulting agreement, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to meet, I don't know if it was like once a month or twice a month. And I was like, for 8 hours, like, I was like, no, we're going to just knock it out in a day. And then we're going to do it the next Monday. Right. Yeah. And this is going to be a month engagement because I don't have 3 months to make this decision that we're contemplating. And then the same thing for this other consultant, which can teach us how to convert hire using shared leads. And there's a process that you essentially like impose that, allows them to become dedicated leads. It's like, here's the old way of doing it. We can go out and give you an inspection, or here's the modern way. And like they choose the modern way, and the modern way removes the competition entirely, right? It's like giving someone a calendar link instead of a list of 3 providers to reach out to. Once they book on the calendar, they're not going to call the next 2, right? Yeah. So there's like little position framing, kind of hacks, if you will. But yeah, we're like, no, we want to move fast. We're not meeting once a month. We're doing this like every other day or once a week so that we can then start to monetize it. And it's not about, again, the amount of stuff you can get to 70% of the way. It's about having the right integrator in the seat so that you can ship things and you keep benefiting and it compounds. And then you look up and you're so different from every other glass or lighting or roofing company that is out there. You just focus on the little things and that you are shipping something new every week.
I almost thought it was like, essentially if we did it like that, I was like, I could turn a year's worth of this mentoring into like 3 months. And I was like, that's still long. Like, how do I get this done in a month? And I was like, what if like, now this was like also like what was my capability, because I don't think I could do 8 hours a day 4 days, like I would be zapped. Like probably 4 hours is before like I'm over this admin stuff. Like my
give yourself a little break.
My brain cognitivity would very much dip. I'd be like, I'm over it, whatever, it's good enough. Like
good, fix it.
But like for 4 hours I could like
There's a balance.
dive it and probably do
Yeah.
it like 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
That would literally condense like what we would have covered in 3 months. I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'll see
Why
you-
would I
I'll
wait
see you
that long?
next quarter, it's like, what?
Forget about all that.
Yeah.
I could tell like how fast people move frequently when they're like, oh my gosh, we should like meet up for lunch. And I'm like, yeah, cool, let's do it right now. Like plan it right now.
Mhm,
They're like,
mhm.
well, I'm busy. I'm like, cool. Are you busy like next month on the 16th?
Yeah.
They're like, well, I don't know. I'm like, okay, book it.
Yeah, I had one of my guys ask me today. I was like, how do you book the one-on-one? I was like, don't chase them later. Do it at the event. Hey, I like really find like what you're
Yeah.
doing to be valuable. Like, I think, we'll grow from each other, like meeting. I was like, hey, are you free in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Don't do it so quick where their calendar is going to be booked up,
Oh,
right?
sure,
like,
sure.
don't be desperate,
Right.
right? It's like, no, I can share some value and then give, right? Give
I don't
twice.
even like booking in a week because it makes me nervous.
No,
Because I'm like, so I'm like, hey,
that's too soon.
I'm
I'm
re-
booked out already.
Yeah.
I,
yeah.
Yeah.
if I just say
Yeah.
I got a really crazy next 2 weeks, what about
Yeah.
this third week on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
always like my it's
Yeah.
the same.
That's why I
response.
like Jessica, dude, because she was on it. She was serious about it. She
Yep.
reached out to us like the next week after we met at Tacos with
Yeah.
Tequila, and then
Mhm.
she's like, "I have some leads for you. Let's talk." And we're like, "Let's go."
Let's
and then
go,
from
my-
then it's
my
like-
type of people.
Yeah, and thank you for inviting us to that. By the way, he's like, "Here's a
Yeah.
ticket." We met Jessica. It was awesome. It's
Yeah.
one of our
Mhm.
favorite outside leads.
I talk all the
Yeah.
time. Like
So.
you're a professional networker. Y'all are getting into the networking more.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of people like, people are like, oh man, how did you scale so fast? I was like, oh, I go to 30 networking events a week. You know, like it's exhausting.
I was grinding. Yeah.
But now you don't have to. Now it's just maintenance mode. It was like I had to
Yes.
put in 3 to 6 months of, 3 events a day, like breakfast, lunches, and
Mhm.
dinners and happy hour.
Yeah.
And it was so exhausting because
Yeah.
you were just performing to be the best version of yourself.
Mm.
For
All
you,
the time.
you come home and you're like, I don't want to talk. Like
Fucking
I
zapped.
just had to like
Sorry, honey. Like,
yeah, I just
Yeah.
put and
Oh.
I put it. I left it all on the field.
but she's
Read the
but
Neuralink.
she's
What about
like
me?
Read the
you just
Neuralink.
ate and drank all day. Like and I'm like, you don't know how
You
hard that
don't get
was.
it.
That's what's funny is like the partners that like I've seen it a couple times. There's like the business development partner and there's a guy that does the fulfillment. And the guy that does the fulfillment is like, you're not even working. And it's like until that person leaves, then the guy that does the fulfillment is like, fuck, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
It's like,
oh,
oh, you
this
were working.
sucks.
Yeah.
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 I
It's
put in
balanced.
a mass
Yeah.
volume in like 3 to 6 months, and then I threw instead of throwing money at the wall, I threw all my time at the. I went to so
Yep.
many events where there's
Mhm.
just like no return, and I kept going and kept going and kept going, and then I was just like, okay, like
I'm not going.
there's not money
Bunch
in
of
these.
takers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. So, I was
Mhm.
going to ask you. I mean, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
some of the groups you're in, and I want to join some of
Yeah.
those, but we also have a plan to, like, we want to get a supercar just so we can get in some of these events and
Mhm.
rub more shoulders because that's actually our clientele. So I want to get
Yeah.
in front of those people and just rub elbows with them. And then
Yeah.
if they're
Be
interested,
part of them.
like that minimal
Yeah.
wrap we have, it'll
Yeah.
make people ask questions, and then we
Yeah.
can talk business. But I'm not going there to talk business. I just want to rub elbows,
Yeah.
see how they move, see how they talk.
Yeah, and
and
you
be-
also have a fast car. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and then they invite you to a car ride, like kind of like with
I
motorcycles
was
going to
trying.
ride.
I was like,
exactly.
you want to split it?
Yeah.
Like, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
owning a supercar at a
It'd be like a
third is
NASCAR
very.
vehicle with like logos. all
Well,
over.
we're
Not
gonna
too many,
split
though.
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'll have it for like our plan is he has
Yeah.
it 2 weeks. I have it 2 weeks, so we
Yeah.
split up. the
Tarrytown
network.
Aurora.
Sponsored by
Like
who the
small
fuck am I
little
talking?
bumpers. Yeah.
You want to rent? You want to
Under
rent a
logo.
spot?
We're gonna like make money off of this.
You want to rent a spot on the McLaren?
Yeah.
Let's go to the Lamborghini now.
This is stupid.
I got a jacket with patches all over it. I have to wear this while I drive it.
Like Joey from Friends with the Porsche logo, right? So he's
Oh
got-
shit! That's
That's
hilarious.
funny.
In
We
order
should
to
actually
get
do
my
that. Oh.
my weekly membership, I have to wear Aurora hat.
That. You can get a hard hat in.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I mean, yeah, that's our plan, and I definitely don't want to go in as a taker, right? Like
Yeah.
you said, I don't want to go in that mindset. My mindset's to just get in there and talk with them. They are our ideal client and avatar because that's the people we work with.
Mhm.
But we already have those people in our network.
Go to
you know what I
everything
mean?
once or twice.
Yeah.
It's kind of, and then you'll try.
Because a lot of people have the same mindset I do, probably, and just
Mhm.
got a supercar or at
You
least
can-
something to get in there.
You
know?
can find a couple people from every group,
yeah,
at least a couple.
yes,
But then it's like to find those groups where everyone has a similar mindset. Those are harder to find, right?
Mhm.
There's
It's
gonna
very
be a
int-
couple in a group.
like Tariq.
Yeah,
you,
there's always a
Hector,
couple
like,
in
you
every
already
group,
know,
right? And they're
yeah.
figuring it out just like you, and then you align with
Right.
them, and then you see them in the new groups, and like you guys up level together, and then you focus on your health and all, and then it just like becomes natural. Then it like comes to you. Hey,
And it's
know
weird.
you
It's like,
think
how do
like
you go
this,
in
yeah.
as not a taker because you joined for a reason,
Yeah.
but right? So you don't want to stink of that either.
No,
It's
you
like,
give that. You give. You
give
Yeah.
first. Just go in,
and
with
then
giving,
you just
right?
you
Yeah.
just see. Oh, I think I could probably help you. Yeah, I talked to someone
Anyone
yesterday
that-
that needed a painter.
Anyone that I've
Okay,
like
I like
ever wanted to like get next to, I was just like, how can I help this person out? And then like I'm actively like, let's say I
Mhm.
wanted to like get closer to Jane. I was like, dude, I'm gonna like, I'll find Facebook leads and just like share them with him a couple
Yeah.
times before I ever asked to hang out.
Yeah,
Just like shoot him a couple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And honestly, his odds of closing it are slim to none. But all it says is like, oh, this guy's
It's
trying.
the intention.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I actively, or like, you know, I'll do a little homework before
Yeah,
I meet
sure.
someone, and then and whether it works or not, it's the act to be like, oh, dude, you plugged in with realtor. Let me give you the top realtors I know. You got to connect with these people.
Well, and too, when you go network with these people as well, it's like it's about that scheduling that one-on-one. So I had the pleasure of seeing John Maxwell speak, the
Sick.
GOAT, and his last book that he wrote was on failure. It's his third book on failure. His wife was like, "Well, you could probably write like 30 more of the amount of times you fail." It's like hilarious. But he has 7 questions to people that are further along in life or mentors or just networking in general, right? And it's like, who's one person that you feel like I should know? Right? Like, you know, what's one thing that you've learned from failure in life, right? Like there's 7 questions and you can get it on the book and we can post them right at the end. But like it's impactful questions. Like how can you learn from that person? How you can go deeper with that person, right? Faster and really get to know them, but learn from them. Right?
So you're getting the most out of your time with them or around
Exactly.
them. Yeah.
It's like, dude, asking powerful questions is the biggest hack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Usually,
Where are you from? It's like,
So what do you do? Oh, fuck.
so,
Yeah.
don't-
That's
Stop.
the thing to not say is what do you do?
Yeah.
But I don't want
I had
Yeah.
I took some of my guys on my team to some of these networking events, just like hang out and eat tacos and like hear some free foods and like have fun. And they were like trying to sell everyone. I'm like, these are my fucking friends.
Yeah.
They know we do shower glass. Like, stop handing out
Yeah.
cards. Stop.
Yeah. It's awkward.
And he's like, dude, I'm crushing it. I was like,
No, you're not.
like the wrong way. Like,
Yeah.
They're just being nice.
and so
Yeah.
then I took him to a couple and he kept doing it. And you know what? Like, they were trying. They're like,
Yeah.
look at us selling. I
Yeah.
was like, but they weren't salesmen by any means. They-
No.
And then so I took him to one. I was like, actually, I wasn't going to be there. And he's like, oh, I'm like, actually, I don't want you to sell anything.
Yeah.
Can you just be yourself? Because you're
And
really cool.
And ask them questions.
Yeah, just be yourself and
Yeah.
like make friends.
Well, at the heart of sales is solving problems. So it's
Yeah.
you're a servant to the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what you should be. So you should be trying to help,
Yeah.
but not for your own selfish needs.
None of the names of our companies are misnomers, right? It's like you do roofing, you do glass, right? You do lighting, right? It's like
You know what we do.
Yeah.
they like you,
Yeah.
right? And they trust
Yeah.
you, and you know there's going to be an opportune time. Now, you do that for an extended period of time with all the branding we were talking about, but then you kind of slowly, not press. There's a reason you're reaching out, right? It's to if they're a DJ, right? Invite them to a concert. If they're whatever it is, right? Because you listened, right? And you already know those things about them, right? Because you were truly connecting at that point.
Right.
And slowly, there's a reason you're reaching out. Not if someone sends me another circle back email, like I'm gonna lose it.
Well, no one likes to be sold. No one likes to be sold. If you're feeling like they're selling you
Just
something,
circling
you
back.
don't want to
Just
do
go
that.
ahead, sir.
Yeah, you don't want to be sold.
You don't
just
want
go
to
ahead
be
and do
sold.
that.
Yeah, you want to be like, oh, I didn't even notice. I got sold into it.
Yeah.
You know who's
Yeah.
Tesla.
amazing
Yeah.
at capturing information and like following up and like I want to say organic, but it's not organic at all. It's very curated. Raj.
Yes.
Raj is like the
He's got a system.
I
at,
met Raj.
at-
Love the dude.
he is a superhuman at nurturing relationships.
Yeah.
He's arguably the best
Mm-hmm.
that has a
He's
system
got
to
a good
nurture.
mentor, I believe.
Yeah, I was like, dude, where'd you learn this? Dude, I thought Rob had like 4 assistants. Raj had like 4 assistants. He's like, no, this is me.
Yeah.
And I was like,
He's just organized as hell.
What does he do? Different than
different everything.
yeah.
So, bro.
I don't even know where to get started. Okay,
give me
so
an
he's,
example.
he's climbing so fast,
It-
dude, because
it's-
of the way he runs his business.
it is
love
it doesn't it literally it's like he's running at like light speed.
Mm-hmm.
So you made that introduction to me and he's like, hey, I think it would be great to meet. Raj was like, cool, absolutely, would love to meet. I booked us tomorrow at 12. Are you free? Yes, cool. Maybe he asked, he's like, I'm going to send you a link of some basic information. Can you fill that out or whatever? And it wasn't like an annoying thing.
Yeah.
It was like decent. I think I had a handwritten card in the mail the next day saying like, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to our lunch on Tuesday.
Oh,
Can't wait
shit.
to see you.
Oh, what the
Oh.
hell? Wow.
and I was like,
Follow up king.
dude, it was.
My wife knows who he is, and I think they met, maybe they haven't. Like,
so
Is
he
it a gift basket or what?
yeah, dude.
dude,
Like when my
so,
daughter was born.
so
like,
that-
Oh my
love it.
god.
So then he has like a plod, like you know what the plod is, like the auto. It records all the conversation.
Oh yeah.
So he records every conversation that he has with one-on-ones, and he will ask you like, "When's your birthday? What's your fiance's name? How long y'all been together? Where'd y'all meet?
Holy
Or
shit,
What
that's
type of whiskey
incredible.
do you like?" But it's just normal conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he goes and creates a file for
And he's
you.
a real estate agent?
Yeah. He goes and creates a file for you in ChatGPT, and then like on your birthday, he'll send you your favorite whiskey that you mentioned in conversation.
Get the fuck.
So he can do
wow.
personalization at scale, right? But he had intentional conversations was the basis. He's just hyper organized.
It's so incredible.
It makes sense. Like I said, all this is available to everybody.
And then his drip
Yeah, I'll take
campaign
it.
is the smoothest drip campaign. It's the only
Dude.
thing that I haven't unsubscribed.
Yeah,
because
100%.
it
What does he
provides
do?
value.
I was gonna say, what is it? Like
so
market?
weekly, so,
Inter-
so like every week he sends like a Friday newsletter of what's happening in Austin, and it's like, hey, Blues on the Green is back
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday at noon. This thing's popping. There's a cool play going on. Coda's coming back. There's
Partner of
this.
the week, like all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then if he meets with you, he'll give you like a shout out, like Aurora Lighting's the outdoor
Yeah.
lighting look. So just automatic value. And then at the very bottom of it, he's like, by the way, these two houses are listed.
It's genius.
Ah,
By the way.
By the way, hey,
I like
there you go.
that.
But it's like everything else first.
Yeah.
It's like let me just
Yeah.
prop
I
up
ha-
my partners.
And
Right.
it's like
And
the
give
only
value.
thing I haven't unsubscribed because I'm like, what if a cool event that I didn't
Dude,
know about?
love Raj.
Yeah.
Raj-
Super
He used to own
human.
a trucking company. Dude, he's so much
Really?
happier now.
I bet he is. I need to meet this guy.
You do.
Oh, yeah,
And
we
y'all
need
he had such a profound impact on y'all that now I know about him.
Yeah.
it's-
He's already infiltrated.
So when
He's,
I was like,
he's a giver, you know?
Yeah.
and I was like, how did you? I was like, dude, what triggered all this? And like, actually, I should give him a text message.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was like, read. I think it was called like the 12-week work year or something like that. And so I read that, and it was basically, dude, like just condense your time significantly. You could
Yeah.
accomplish so much more. And so now I'm just like obsessed with like, how do we get it fast? It's got to be done faster. I mean, that's how Elon they're like, it's going to take 3 years. He's like, do it in 3. Why can't we do it in 3 months?
Yeah.
But that stuff makes you lose your hair, man. It is. It's stressful trying to.
How do you balance having and this is for me, how do you balance having a kid and running a business?
On
'Cause
his
I'm about
foot.
to have
That's how you
twins,
balance
as you know.
Yeah, you just like, you kind of hop on the calls sometimes when you got the baby with you. And
Sure.
house assistant helps, right? Like getting a babysitter, like on the weekend for part of it, right? So you can kind of like make up some time, if you will. And it's like, the way I look at it is like, I don't feel guilty about it because it's like, hey, how can I spend more quality time, right? Where I'm not doing the dishes or the laundry or whatever. It's like, I'm actually spending more quality time with my kid. And it's like, if I say yes to something after normal business hours during the week, like I'm going to meet like, you know, Dave Asprey or, you know, like it's like some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Or it's like a group that like I know is going to be impactful. And I do like 1 or 2 of those a week instead of like I said no to 2 things yesterday that we're probably going to, could have pulled a deal from, you know, a bigger deal. Like, but it's like,
Sure.
hey, family's important, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, and also I just like being with my daughter, right?
Yeah,
Dude, it's
yeah,
just
absolutely.
like she's fun as hell. Like,
Yeah.
and she's like 16 months old.
Oh, that's
So
awesome. That's
it's
why
like,
I asked because
Yeah.
she's younger, right?
Yeah.
Brian has twin boys as well.
like, not
which
like we're
is-
having like deep conversations. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Not yet. Not yet.
How old are your boys again?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Six
I know if Brian
boys,
can do it, and
so-
I
Yeah.
can do it, but it's still just like I don't know what to prepare for. You know, I have no
So
idea.
it's just like hardship in the business, right? There's hardship and like they are the biggest teachers, right? But
Sure.
like you grow because of it. And
Right,
so
right.
it's always a good thing. And yeah, you might like lose some time, right? But it's like,
some sleep.
yeah, and some sleep. But like I've got some stuff for that. Ask the people that have been through it before, right? Because
Right.
there are like some little hacks, right?
Sure,
Like
sure.
my wife, if she listens to this, she already knows what I'm gonna say. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like, there's a guy that does like deep myofascial work like on infants. They're crying because they're in pain, right? And like so you like bring them to this guy, he like does the thing, and then they sleep through the night, right?
Wow.
So we need to have him. Yeah, dude, he's incredible.
I massage
Yeah.
my baby.
I'm
Yeah,
like, dude,
massage my baby,
I'm
please.
like, I want to massage to sleep well, dude.
Me next. Yeah.
yeah, me too. Like, yeah, my neck is like.
Why not?
He's got like little baby hands. for
Little
the baby.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just a part of my life I'm stepping into that I have no
Yeah.
idea how to prepare for it. You know. So
Dude, you'll be ready. Like
Yeah.
it's an instinctual thing. You feel like I'm not gonna know how to hold them and stuff.
Right.
You got it. Dude.
double daddy, let's go, baby.
Go.
Just
Any
hit the
moment now,
daddy zone.
right?
Any moment.
I
She's
got
like, "Oh,
you
here."
some
Check your phone.
Cubans.
Oh wow.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
the-
Check your
yeah,
Dude, what?
yeah.
Well, we got to share these, bro.
yeah, absolutely. But that was
Oh,
for
man.
the like, congratulations on the baby.
Yeah,
Dude,
congrats.
no
Yeah.
way. Thank you.
Yeah.
bro.
Straight from
Awesome.
Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, these are beautiful.
I didn't know
Oh, we got to share these.
if I could
bro.
legally
This is
bring
fun.
them here, but we did.
Yeah,
I like
Yeah.
bought
Don't tell
all of
anyone.
them.
Oh, the Monte Cristo Habana is one of my
Yeah.
favorites. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great with coffee. So, yeah, the little things, man. Like, I'm gonna learn to say
Yeah.
no a lot more too, because
That's the
you have
biggest.
to. Yeah, it's
that's
a
the biggest
superpower, right?
hack.
Yeah.
Saying no is like just. Dude.
I stopped a lot of. Honestly, my battery's kind of out by
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Like, the happy hours that happen after 5, I'm like, dude, I'm kind of out. Like I don't
I'm-
have any more
Yeah.
Yeah.
juice.
Gassed. I'm gassed.
Yeah, I got to. There's been a couple big ones. Are you still doing like what is it? The Capital Keys? Are you sponsored that? Did you pull out of that?
So I pulled out because it was on Fridays. I love Jesse and I love Matt and just like.
Dude, that's my
but-
family time.
Yeah, that's
Like
my
I do
family
date
time.
night, like
Yeah.
Friday night.
If I was single, right, and like just out, like I'd do that, and I'd probably go out after, right? And so I think that's probably like it has to align, right?
Yeah.
I still keep
Mhm.
in touch with both of them, right? Dude, they're great
Yeah.
people, right? But
You find you hang out with more parents, because we're all parents here. It's like,
yeah, parents, entrepreneurs, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like, dude, it's like
the
similar
real
in
winners.
mindset, right? If they're
Yeah.
similar in mindset,
It's hard to talk. Well, like, my brother, he's like, do you talk about anything besides business? I'm like, dude, it's
Not
like,
really.
It's like
Yeah.
my whole entire life.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
we're so.
I
into it.
don't know what else to.
Me neither. It's gotten to the point where when I talk about my goals and stuff, people that are working a 9 to 5 or whatever feel like I'm bragging. I'm like, I'm not. I really
You
just.
got
I'm
the
just
wrong circle.
I put it out in the
Yeah.
universe, and then it happens when
They're
I
like,
talk
oh,
about
I think I can help you with that, right? It's
Yeah.
like, it's like you don't talk about it, dude. Like, it's
You have
crazy.
to-
I
Yeah,
had
exactly.
friends. I brought them to some of the networking groups, and I had somebody's crushing it. Maybe, to me, he's like, dude, I made 50K today, which is like, fuck yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking. And he's like, man, that guy kind of brags. I was like, I didn't think so at all.
No, it's
Yeah.
a win.
Yeah, and so,
Yeah.
but
That's good that he's celebrating.
but
as well.
this
Yeah.
person played basketball, and I was like, if your homie came up to you and was like, dude, I dropped 10 threes last night, is that a brag? He's like, no, not really. I was like, this is our sport.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, this is our.
100%.
This is our
way to
sport.
put
This
it.
is our
I
hobby.
like
So
that.
like,
It's our sport.
yeah, so like saying like, hey, I did these numbers yesterday. Like, there's just zero brag.
It's mainly old friends and family that'll put me in a box of this is who you were, so that's
Yeah,
who
yeah,
I know you as, and you can't be anything else. And if
Yeah.
you do better than that, now they're projecting their own insecurities. Maybe I should
Mm-hmm.
have taken that risk. But when you meet someone new, like Stefan, they meet you where you are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they're like, oh, I'm going to celebrate your win with you because they're on that same wavelength. I'm not bragging, but you're right. They're just not on our level, I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
I've
I
had a
don't know.
couple friends that I met kind of like before I started this, while I started this. So they've been able to like ride the wave
Yeah.
with me.
Right.
And so that's been like a really cool thing to
Mm-hmm.
share, that they're like, dude, this is so cool just watching this.
So
And
do
like, I was a Marine, so like
Yeah.
my Marine buddies who like rode the wave with me, they're like, dude, if a dumb gorilla like you could do this, you have showed me that anything in life is possible. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it is. It so
Crazy.
is.
Tariq
Tariq was a Marine, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he had a Lambo and all that. Yeah. Shit.
Jeez, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You got to have the biggest ball.
Yeah.
I would once I started. 'Cause I think
Exactly.
the entrepreneur and like the millionaires and rich people, like they get put on this like pedestal. If you're not around them, then once you're around them, you're like, you're just a dude.
Yeah.
They're all just, and like rare, unless like you're tech, especially we're all in construction.
Yeah.
Like there's not many CEOs where I'm like, that guy's a genius.
Yeah.
No, I just have, I'm like,
Mhm.
whatever. I'm like, that guy's a master networker. That guy's great with people.
Yeah.
And that's like the recipe to
Mhm.
everyone that I see succeeding. Or that guy got really, some people say that guy got really lucky, but you could create opportunity by getting, because I say, I'm like, man, I got lucky. I got into the right rooms, but I also shook 50 hands today.
The harder you work, the
Luckier
luckier
you
you
get.
get.
Exactly. 'Cause you're
It's-
putting yourself in the way of luck.
Yeah, I'm
You're
like
standing on the side
chasing
of the
it.
stream,
Yeah.
then you're not gonna get fucking wet. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Jump in.
you don't cry
Jump
about
in.
life because there's a lot of people who are like crying. Oh, this happened to me. No.
Victim.
Don't victimize yourself. Just go do it.
You know
do it.
what's-
Repetition is gonna get you.
You know what's interesting
Mhm.
about all of that, right? It's like the harder you work, the luckier you get. It's like it's a probability thing, right? And that was what's so interesting about the economic stuff for me. Like in college, was like probably one of the few things I got outside of a good time, right? Was like the statistics courses. Like, what's the regression analysis based on all of these different variables? One of them is like time input, right? And then your ability of in that trade, right?
Mhm.
And all of these things. And what is the probability that you will be a millionaire or billionaire
Pretty
or whatever? And it's
likely.
like, dude, it's pretty likely if you do all of these things
You're
and
gonna
well,
be-
and if
yeah.
you work really, really hard
Yeah.
It's a form.
and you up level.
So
Yeah.
so I say that and getting abs. So actually there is it's easier to be a millionaire than it is to be a 30-year-old with a six pack.
Yeah.
But
To be both.
so
Yeah.
exactly there's like a formula to make money.
You start to see it everywhere now.
There
right?
is a
Like the
formula.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
it
get
is.
abs.
See the fucking code.
There's a formula to get abs.
yeah.
You operate in a calorie deficit.
Yep.
Like you work out and do cardio and
Don't eat like a dick. Yeah.
and
You're
I
in charge of what you shovel in your mouth,
I
bro.
promise if you do
It'll
that long
happen.
enough you'll get abs.
Yeah.
I promise. I guarantee it.
How bad do you want it?
Yeah. How bad?
It's
do you
just
want
hard
it?
to do it.
Yeah.
So like
Oh.
it takes firing on like all cylinders for a very extended time to
Yep.
like accomplish this. And so like and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was talking to my brother and again I shared like I had a record month and my brother was like,
yeah.
"Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that." Like I can't believe you. And I was like, "Well, dude, I work 100 hours a week, so like it's actually pretty probable."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I'm working 2.5 times the average person,
I'm not improving then.
Just
I'm
outwork
probably
'em.
Getting worse at my job.
Right.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's
Get the
just
same
like very.
results.
I was
Yeah.
like, it's very realistic.
Yeah.
I promise, if you go do 100 hours a week for an extended period of time, you'll
Yeah.
get really fucking good at something.
Yeah.
At anything.
100%.
Yep.
Anything.
Yep. And putting people in the right roles to amplify what you've built has
Yeah.
been powerful for us,
Yeah.
especially. Like we're surgical, we're potent, and we're just like
Yeah.
fast. Like we've had GCs be like, "I'm super quick." I'm like, I already had the design and everything to you in 2 or 3 days from fucking shaking your hand, like from the time I met
I'm
you.
fast.
Yeah, I'm fast. You're slow actually, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say that. But yeah. So and we just were like, dude, but that's why we're winning because
Stefan's like, I'll
we've
say it.
we've elevated. Yeah, I'll say it. Just elevating these people and the right people and putting them in the right roles has been
Yeah.
a winning combo for us. It's hard to find sometimes though.
We were
Sometimes
lucky.
you see it.
We were
Sometimes
kind of
you
lucky.
see it
Yeah,
in
we
it.
were kind of
Yeah.
lucky.
You were talking about like the right people and empowerment. I guess I'll ask both of y'all this question. What was like the best move or hire or position change that you've made that like made your most recent like catapult or push over a hill? Like man,
Trimming the fat, we got rid of some people that were just showing up and not actually producing, and that made us just explode. And then also checks and balances, having people qualify or quality check the work going behind them, because if you go behind someone's work if they sucked or not. So now you're going behind them and checking that, and it's checks and balances. So now they know they're held to the standard that our most experienced tech is going to hold them to, so they're not going to fuck it
I
up.
think I'm going to start doing that.
Well, and we had him, and our most experienced tech is also our oldest tech, and we don't want him just in the field just cutting his dick off all the time.
That's
So,
where I'm at.
so we
That's
have
where
a
I'm at.
bounce between, right?
Trying to get my guys to kind of like hang up my senior guy like to hang up the tools a little.
Yeah.
You're still going to have them. You're going to need them every now
Yeah.
and then. But like,
Yeah.
you've put your body through it. You've done this for
Yeah.
15 years. Let me
Exactly.
reward you for that.
Yeah, delegate a little bit.
So, what
Yeah.
was one of your best recent hires or changes that really kind of unlocked some potential?
I think it was like moving away from seeing potential in people and then like focusing the time and energy on some of the top performers that are kind of just like doing it in themselves. Because here's the thing: if you help your top producer, let's say they sell 2 million a year, right? If you help them double their book of business, they go from 2 to 4. If you help a lower, kind of
500 to a million.
Mhm.
yeah, like help someone go from 500 to a million double, like that's an increase of 500K as opposed to 2 million,
Mhm.
and it's a lot easier to get
'Cause
that
they want
2
it. They're
million
already
to the
there.
4. They already want it. They're already hungry. They've already proven themselves. It's like, hey, what
Yeah.
can we tweak?
Right.
I've actually been through a lot of this, right? Like, how can I do? And then it's from a goal perspective, goal setting, it's like, hey, 2 million is your goal. How do we get you there? And then backing in all the way down to the activity. This is how many relationships you
Work
have
backwards.
to generate, lunches, blah, blah, proposals, and then like helping them get organized. And I'm the least organized person, but I still lean on people to help me stay organized.
Right.
And so it's like identifying your gaps and then like solving for that with either whether a salesperson or an owner, right, with other members of the team, or finding those people out there in the market. And you don't have to pay them $100K salary. Like you could pay them, you know, $10K a year, right, and just get a fraction of their time, right? But fill those gaps.
So the people that hold their sales account, that's our goal. Is like we don't have to go behind them anymore and check everything. They're holding themselves accountable to those standards. You know what I mean?
Having the company just run by itself. That's the target. And
Like we can be here and the shit's getting done right now.
Be nice.
Like it's nice. Our goal, we're not there yet, but we will be next year for sure.
Mike
is to be on vacation.
Into
All of us.
Q4.
Yeah.
Into Q4.
That's great.
That's reasonable.
And so like to run by itself, and then I'm going to try and scale it from there. Because right now, like I'm like brute forcing the growth out of this.
Yeah.
And that's just not scalable.
Mhm.
Like at like so I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say pull back by any means, but like I'm probably going to I probably won't see growth for the rest of this year. And now the focus is like, okay, can this run without me?
Process.
Okay, now okay, now let's scale it up without basically work like a freaking owner.
Yeah.
You know, I've been very much in the business.
Right.
And not,
How much do you keep versus how much you make, right?
Yeah.
That's a big one. And levels of escalation has been good for us, like systems.
Yeah.
So if this doesn't happen, you go to this person, but it never goes to Brian or I unless it's something really fucking big, right?
Yeah.
That's a big one. So just having systems for that.
'cause my
You know?
like I answer like 50 phone calls a day.
Yeah.
That's exhausting.
Well, that's an easy one that you can.
our assistant was the best thing we could do.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
right
now she has a fucking
Yeah.
assistant, and they
Yeah.
do our renderings as well on top
Yeah.
of that.
She takes
you
all
know?
your phone calls?
most of them.
Yeah, if it goes to if you call her number right now, it's gonna go to her. Yeah.
And
We got an inbound answering service.
I'm like, I want
That
to
was the biggest thing.
I want to ask how this process goes.
That was the biggest thing. Dude.
Yeah.
We'll do it once we get out of here.
Schedule it. Yeah.
Now my cell
Fuck it, do it
phone,
live.
someone must have put like 300-inch TV on Craigslist.
Dude.
Like
Wait, what? What'd you
The
say?
amount of
Dude,
ads
like,
and spam. 30.
dude,
On
40.
Facebook? Is that what you
40 a day, like calls.
Me too.
said? On Facebook? From Facebook?
No.
No,
No,
just
just,
spam.
just calls.
Most
like
of
to
mine
my
is, like,
cell, dude.
Would you like to
Oh.
verify Google listing?
Some loan? Like I ever applied for like a loan?
they've
like,
been
dude,
calling,
get
yeah.
out of here.
I get
Emails too.
I,
Fake emails.
people are putting. I don't know if my competitors are doing this,
Yeah.
but I feel like they're putting my number into like Zillow apartments, and they're.
Oh, yeah.
I get all the like. Would you like a 1 or 2 bedroom? I'm like, stop fucking texting me.
We're one of those people. I hate to say it because we also do text, we do text marketing.
No,
Yeah.
dude, if y'all know an attorney or like if anyone listening to this like has an attorney that will sue these cold callers, like trying to like
Well,
trying to get
remember
my
you've been,
time
like,
back.
actively-
Like,
They're calling you that
They call it
much?
with your name, right? They know you. Like
That means you might have been leaked. Like your
Yeah.
dude, I was
information.
WikiLeaks, dude. Like,
'Cause I don't get, we can maybe get one
they
or
called
two a
me with
day.
my
1
name.
or 2 a day.
And they're like,
Yeah,
"You
we
want
can
a
change
loan?"
that.
I'm like, "No, I can give you a loan."
fill out a couple forms online.
I probably get 40.
What?
Yeah.
So
We
my
don't get that.
my phone
That's
has been
wild.
on.
I do.
My phone
do?
has been on
our
airplane mode
business
since
one
we've been
doesn't.
here, so I've
No,
missed
the
the last
business
2
one, no.
hours. Oh, today's a light day, so I've probably only had.
Port your business number.
I
That's
prob-
what we did.
Oh, I
That
do.
helped.
This is my personal.
This is a
cell.
personal
okay.
cell,
This
yeah.
is- yeah.
Shit, that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, they called me.
did
And they're
put
like,
I heard that means it gets. I heard that means you got leaked or something. 'cause I
they
don't
even
get
know.
any
Like they're
spam.
like, "Do you want us to help you?" Because sometimes I leave the material
a
cost
website.
into the credit card. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Do you want us to help you pay this much?" I'm like, "No, I don't need that.
I don't need
Yeah.
it.
Like I'll give you a loan."
Yeah.
I'm getting
I'll give you a look.
realtors. I'm getting Zillow.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
Really, the
Well, don't
the-
sue
the
us.
Google calls me more than anything. Google
No, that's
calls me,
fake
like-
Google. Google's
I'm
not
aware.
calling. Yeah,
I-
yeah. They're
they wouldn't
You're a
call,
Google site.
but I get like 20.
scammers.
I get like
man.
20 Google calls.
Oh yeah, from marketing companies.
Would you
who are
like to
trying
verify your Google listing?
Yeah. Yeah, I do get.
If I
those
can't
too.
find an attorney
Y'all
to
have
do it, we may
iPhones.
have to like buy a practice. And,
I think it
like,
has to
make
do with the
them
iPhone.
do
You are
it.
very
Yeah.
adamant.
I don't get
We
it.
talked about this once. You're
Oh,
very.
no,
I
adamant.
get zero. My phone has not gone off.
I'm gonna turn it
once.
into a revenue stream, dude. It's like,
What's that?
Well,
The-
think about every customer.
no, if
that-
like the owner calls me and is like, "Hey, sorry, I'm gonna take you off," right? Then like, okay, then
Yeah.
we're not gonna sue that guy.
Cool,
But it's the
problem
guy
solved.
that's like laughing on the phone when you're like, "Hey, my attorney's gonna call you."
It's a little
Yeah.
sketchy
like, all right,
with
watch
the
out,
text
buddy.
marketing, bro. It is a little sketchy. Like we've had some.
No, I mean we do it too, dude. but like we're not calling and saying, "Hey, it's Tarrytown Roofing." We're like, we might say T-Town or like, and then once they're in, right? And then it's like, yeah, okay, well, just Tarrytown. Like,
dude, I have a
We
hospital
do the same.
out of like Minnesota
yeah.
that calls me anywhere between 3 to 12 times a day, any hours of the day. So sometimes at like 2, 3,
Different
4.
numbers. You block them.
Exact same number. And probably, I don't know, they've probably called over like 200
Block
times.
them.
Yeah, block
That's
them.
easy.
So my CRM can't block. So I have to block it on my personal phone.
Oh,
So like
okay.
it doesn't ring,
Sure.
but my CRM gets it. And it's like 3 in the
Salesforce?
morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Oh wow.
And it's like, this is Magnolia.
Oh no, you use GHL, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like I don't mind if it's like a local business because I'll probably find a way of a realtor to like partner with them,
Yeah,
right?
same,
But
same.
if it's like
Spam. It's
some
spam.
dude in India or like the Philippines,
call
and
me-
it's like, bro, like
I'm like,
they
it's
don't even
Saturday,
say what
bro.
the business is. It's like
Sketchy.
it's like, hey, I promise you 10 to 15 leads per month, and I'm like, I'm sure you do, Panama Red. Like,
Retainer.
My name is
Yeah,
Bob.
retainer.
No, the fuck it's
No,
not.
your
My
name's
name is
not Bob.
Bob right now. Bob your head like this. Sorry, I was a little racist, but I got you on that one.
Now we're gonna help for laughing. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'm clipping that. Aurora lighting.
You wanted a viral moment?
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
No. Well,
Sometimes you have to be a
they
little
don't qualify
offensive.
for
They
us.
don't-
They don't qualify for us.
Stupid ass.
for sure.
Oh, just saying. Just
I love
saying.
it.
Cool.
I think we're nearing the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're at the end. I usually ask a pretty cool closing question. I didn't really prepare one.
Usually have your iPad.
Yeah, I didn't. I wanted this to be more of a conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
than-
that was a good move.
Yeah, I preferred it. But if
What's your next move in your territory?
oh, that's probably secret.
Give
I
us
saw the look.
85%. Okay.
I saw the look.
Yeah, I'll give you 85%. No, I think it's like a good question, right? Because it's like you have to master your own territory first before you like go and expand into new markets, right? And so I think it's really like rolling out the omni-channel, multi-channel, like outbound kind of approach as well. I feel like we're getting really, really entrenched with our partners, and so it's like now how do we go direct to consumer, right? In the neighborhood, right? We've done all this brand awareness, right? And magazines, right? In the Tarrytown market and all of this kind of stuff. But like, how do we become so well known in that market and do the direct, right? Because we've done the seed approach, which is realtors, insurance agents, this, that, or the other. But how do we become even more hyper local, right? And then once we have that, and once we're, 15 million in revenue here, like in the Austin market as a whole, now we have the systems and process. We've proven that we can scale. Now I'll look at Houston, right? And then maybe it's River Oaks or Woodlands, or I probably don't want to do them.
I'm going
for
Dallas
us.
next.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
I'm gonna get Houston, and then Dallas is so competitive in roofing, so I may stay out of that market. I don't think they need another roofer, to be
Houston's too
honest.
cheap. There's too many chucking the trucks in Houston. It's hard
On
to
the glass
compete.
side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all the glass gets manufactured in Houston.
Interesting. So yeah, no, it's a good move for you for Dallas, but I think again, it's like not expanding too soon, right?
I don't want my rule of what I'm trying. The business needs to run 6 months without me.
Yeah.
And then expand.
Yeah.
Because then I could just like, okay, we could copy
and paste this model.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the test.
Yeah.
Put the right people if you find.
And then
them
you can go on
together.
vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And not worry.
and
Yeah.
so like finding a growth path for my current senior lead that's going to move up into management. He is interested in possibly going to run the Dallas branch, which would be perfect because he would run. He would have done every single step from install to measure to consultations to office manager to basically running it like an owner
Right.
to go and start the other branch.
Yeah.
Have some skin in the game.
So this podcast is really for people who are either wanting to start a business or mostly people who are in the trenches and trying to figure it out. Maybe they're chucking a truck trying to expand or have big goals. Like, so I wanted to ask, what advice would you have for them, someone watching that's like, man, I'm trying to expand, or maybe I want to quit my 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any insight there that you would give them?
For the people that want to quit their 9 to 5, it's just like, I mean, there's something I would say if it wasn't like live on a podcast, right? But it's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, just get out of your own way. And like, you know what beats fear? The fear of not doing it right is just doing it, taking action.
Yeah.
And if you just keep taking that action, then you become so fearless, right? And it's like every little step, everything that goes wrong, it used to be like, oh crap, like, like this thing happened. And it's like, now it's like, oh no, I know how to fix it. Like, it's like, and then enough of those things happen.
Yeah.
And it's got to be such a corner case, right, thing, like the big thing for it to really like rock me a little bit. But then it's like, it rocks me and then I rebound and I'm like, all right, now we're in problem solve mode. If there's anything, right, with probably our wives, right? It's like I go into problem solving mode. All they want to do is just talk about it.
Right.
Dude. It's like,
I can solve this in like 15 minutes.
They just want you to like listen and like be like, yeah, like, and I'm like, no, we're fixing this shit. Right? And I was like, I can't help it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think, like even when you get so good at like solving these problems, like kind of recently, there's been like a couple times where a lawsuit almost happened, and it was just like, probably like stayed up for like 18 hours, like, didn't sleep all night. We're just like, I'm gonna figure this out immediately.
Yeah.
This will be solved by tomorrow.
Yeah. Take some steps. Yeah.
Everything can be solved.
And then to scale beyond being a chuck in a truck and working on the business instead of in it, do you have any like input for that as well?
So there are like these transitionary periods, right, where you have to give up like some of the sales pieces of it, right, and then which means you're giving someone else commission, right, on that job and kind of throwing it over the fence. Now, don't throw it over the fence to just anyone. You have to have that trusted person,
Right.
But it takes some people like a lot longer to find that person,
Right.
But it's like just keep looking, right? If you don't have a job posting, right, your probability is probably lower. If you're not talking to your partner saying, hey, this is what I'm looking for, it's probably not going to happen, right? So if you're not putting it out there into the universe, but there's these transitionary periods where you kind of suffer. It's like making that COO hire, right, before you get to 10 million in revenue, right?
A smaller percentage. Until
It might
it's a
hurt.
larger number.
Find someone fractional, right? Like dig yourself out, but weigh the tasks of like, hey, what do I not like to do, right? Like, what am I good at? What can I get paid to do? And what's the highest and best use of that time, right? And you look at the high impact, like low effort stuff, and you like prioritize that type of stuff first, before like the low impact and high effort stuff, right? And so I think it's just like trying to get through that transitionary period like pretty quickly, like as fast as you can, right? But also like, hey, you don't have to hire in full FTEs, right? Like you can hire fractional people to help like dig you out of those things that cost you a lot of energy or cost you a lot of time, right?
That.
That's what I found.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've mentioned that quite a few times over this conversation. Is like you've really done a lot of like fractional stuff because like we aren't massive corporations. Like we don't need these full-time people. It's just like, can you help me get over this hump?
Yeah.
Until I cross it again.
Yeah. Put the
like
ego
that.
aside, it's like it's like, hey, you actually cannot afford that $350,000 CFO.
Right. Yeah.
Like no shit.
but you can afford a fraction of it. So.
Yeah.
It's a little,
Exactly.
Cool. Awesome.
I like that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you
insight.
guys.
Yeah.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. We've been here for a while. I was like, I
Podcast
think let's just
3.
wrap it up. Yeah.
Alrighty.
That was awesome. That was fun. I liked the